And we are live. Welcome to week 17 of the NFL season. This is Sunday Scaries, presented by Cottonwood Media. I am your host, the King of the Grove. What? The Great One? What? Your favorite host. And I'm joined, as always, by my number 2, the best other host.
There we go.
2 great hosts in one show. What could go wrong?
It's end of the year special.
End of the year special. Happy New Year's.
Oh yeah, 2023.
2023.
Almost undefeated in 2023.
We were
super excited.
Oh man, that'd have been a great start to the year. Am I right? Today we're gonna run through Thursday, Sunday, Sunday night, and then we will free swim. We'll call it free think. We'll do a few minutes of free think if we have anything at the end that we haven't really touched on. Maybe there's not really been much baseball news recently.
No, it's been pretty boring.
Maybe talk about plans for the upcoming year, because we got to start getting the hype out for our March Madness event.
March Madness.
That we will be planning at some point. Thursday night was a big day for the Titans. Just kidding. This game meant nothing.
Yeah, it was a completely, utterly pointless game. I mean, it's good for the Cowboys because... Oh, no, they already clinched before that?
Yeah, they had already clinched.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is a completely pointless Thursday night game.
This was a tough Thursday. They can't win the division.
Can the Cowboys? Because the Eagles lost, I guess.
Maybe the Cowboys... You know what? Maybe that's why the Cowboys played like it mattered.
I think they can't, because I think the Eagles are 13-3 and it's 12-4. So do the Cowboys and Eagles play now? Is that the Week 18 game?
Is that the final game of the season? Nope, they play the Commanders.
Dang.
But
there has to be a chance, I think.
Well, they've beaten the Eagles once and lost to them once, so it would go to division record.
I guess go to the standings on there real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. NFL standings on Week 17.
You go to those playoffs?
We got a situation where...
What does X mean?
Clinched.
Put it down here.
So the Eagles have not won the division. That is a true statement. They have the Eagles have to win one more. The Cowboys have to lose one more.
The Eagles are looking at 1, 2, or 5 seed. Cowboys are looking at 1, 2. Well, probably wouldn't have the 2 seed. They'd be the 1 or the 5.
1 or 5. Boy.
And then the Vikings are looking at 1 or 2.
Yep. San Francisco's also looking at 1, 2, or...
San Fran, I forgot about them.
1, 2, or 3.
So they're all looking kind of like almost in there.
So out of all the playoff teams in the NFC, right?
Except for the Bucs.
Except for the Bucs, but they're also division clinching Bucs.
The Bucs are stuck at 4. That's all we're going to talk about it because that's what it is.
Yeah, so the Vikings and 49ers are both 1 game behind the Eagles and could conceivably take that 1 seed. The Cowboys are also 1 game behind the Eagles, but they currently sit in the 5, so they will either be 1 or 5.
Yeah, because they're not going to lose and get the 1 seed.
Right.
If they win, I guess it comes in a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they win, let's say they win, the Vikings win, and then so Eagles lost, Cowboys win, Vikings win, and the Niners win. Those 3 teams would all have the same record.
Right.
So they could be 1, 2, or 3. It just all comes in the tiebreaker.
Oh, okay, you're right. Yep, that's a good point.
So you have 4 teams fighting for 3 seeds, and the 4th team is not what you'd think it was.
Right, yeah. Boy, that's tricky, actually, huh?
Fun. So the NFC is kind of fun next week.
Yeah, I kind of had thought that maybe it wouldn't be very good, but it turns out it
So you got 4 teams fighting for the 1, 2, 3 seed, and then the loser of... Well, not the loser of it all, but there is a team that gets kind of shit on and goes down to the 5 seed. And then you're looking at 3 teams fighting for that 1, 7 seed left.
Yeah.
Because we got 6 is locked. Giants are 6.
They are unavoidably 6.
Can they fall down to 7, I guess?
No.
No?
I don't...
No, because they have that tie.
They do.
They are the 6 seed.
Yeah. I think they're unavoidably locked into the 6.
So you got 2 teams locked in where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to play each other.
Nope.
And the Bucs know they're going to face the Eagles or the Cowboys.
And the Vikings... Yeah, okay, so you're right. Philly is the only one at risk of going into a wild card, though.
Yes. Well, yeah, you got the Cowboys and Eagles that are either wild card or division winner.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are division winners, the Niners and the Vikings.
However, the Eagles could become, like you were saying, the 2 or 3 if the
Cowboys could lose. And
Cowboys could lose.
Eagles could lose too.
Boy, that's kind of messier than I thought it was on initial review. So Thursday night did mean something to the Cowboys.
But nothing to the Titans. Nothing to the Titans. It was win or lose, didn't matter, because it all came down to win or lose on week 18 against the Jags.
It kind of sucks that was the Thursday night game. But the Titans look like garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Third string QB, that backup running backs.
But he's the starting quarterback?
He's the starting quarterback now? Well, Tannehill was hurt.
Tannehill was hurt.
Then Malik Willis.
Yeah, he never even saw the field. Was he hurt too?
Yeah, he physically didn't look good, play. I don't know if he's hurt.
I don't know if he's hurt either. But
his play didn't look good before. That's
what I'm saying. Have they already given up on Malik?
I don't think you give up on him yet, but...
I guess maybe not, but... Yeah, it kind of turns out he's not on the injury report.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to do a Dobbs, because Dobbs is older.
Dobbs is older. He reminds me of Charlie Villanueva.
Just because he's a bald guy.
Bald guy. It's because he doesn't have all of the eyebrows.
Oh, that too.
Kevin Garnett once said to Charlie Villanueva, "You look like a cancer patient."
Damn, that's what Dobbs looks like.
I didn't say that, but Kevin Garnett did. That things that I'm reporting but not saying.
Exactly. Don't shoot the
Dak looked like garbage though.
He's Dak. Throws that ball around the field. I mean, it's like a reincarnation of like a wish version of Jameson Winston from a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, that's true. If he had played the whole season, he might have gone 30-30.
He could. I need a 30-30 quarterback.
Nothing is more fun.
That's what we shoot for every year.
We'll back him forever if we get another 30-30.
Yeah, 100%.
He'll be quarterback of our pod for life.
Exactly. What a baller to just not give a shit so much.
Yeah, it's tough when you haven't played every game this year and you have tied the league in interceptions.
Yeah, you missed like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
On average, we're talking about that's like fucking 8 to 10 interceptions.
He could have had way more.
Yeah, he definitely would be in the 20s.
He would. I'm not going to say that to be false.
Yeah.
And the other guy is not going to play anymore, so he's going to win the title of most interceptions thrown.
Yeah, the other guy's going to be on a new team, which we'll talk about probably more later.
Nobody had a particularly good game in any asset for the Titans.
Is that Titan team's going to be blown up at the end of the year?
Probably.
Playoffs?
Yeah, probably. I mean, Derrick Henry being hurt, big problem. That's...
Yeah. What's your offense?
That is your offense.
Do you have no, identity?
You have no
out Derrick Henry in that field.
Absolutely not. You had 24 rushes from 5 different guys for 97 total yards.
Doable, but it's not great.
It's not great. One guy had 4 carries for -1 yard.
Fantastic.
It's not great.
I don't know. The Dallas Titan game, yeah, like you said, pretty pointless Thursday night game. Not a lot to it. Yeah, the Cowboys keeping their
hopes
division
alive.
hopes alive.
Yeah. Cowboys running was terrible too, though. Elliott 19 for 37. Who cares?
What a stat! I feel like I can average.
You probably could.
Just fall forward. I'm a big boy. They gotta lift me up.
If they just kind of like did a catapult maneuver where push the pile.
Because 19 for 37, that's just almost a blame on your fucking line.
Or you just...
Trent Richardson?
Yeah. You're like...
There's a hole there. Don't go there.
Dodge
the hole, run to the lineman. I loved the Trent Richardson videos back in the day, too.
I know,
they're like, hey, you could choose A, B, or C, and you're going to get 5 yards. Option D, which is not on the test, is -1 yard. Trent Richardson chose that.
Somehow he just wrote in his own answer.
Right in, like, the center. Like... The run was like a run to the 2 gap or whatever off the center's like right leg, and it's open. Like the quarterback's following through. He's like excited. Tristan,
why'd you go left?
Yeah, you go left.
What happened?
I can't read, coach. Like I don't know. Like
the funniest part about that to me is it haunted him out of the NFL. And then
And even in the Canadian League.
there's highlights of him being like guaranteed touchdown to the right. Almost assuredly loss of yards to the left. Let's make the choice now. Loss of yards. Got it. All right.
Dude, it's bad.
It's too bad because
I can't believe Trent Richardson made a drop on this podcast. His name.
I know. Whoa.
We're
deep
one
cut.
game in. And
I
we're
know.
talking about Trent Richardson.
Wasn't he the Alabama running back that did like that stank leg on the sideline and the defender just dove in front of him?
Oh, I don't know.
Or was that Henry as well?
I think that might have been Henry as
It
well.
probably was Henry. Anything good, just put it in the Henry
I know
bucket.
you're talking about. Yeah, the guy just right into the sideline.
It was one of the nastiest sideline like stop and go moves I had ever seen.
I think it's Henry. That seems like a Henry thing to stop and go.
It's,
even though he's a big boy.
it's probably we're probably just misremembering because we just know how there's no way he could be that open. How did he go from Alabama? Because there was no wrong choices when running at Alabama.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your linemen were 5 yards in the field. Just run straight.
And then he just gets to be the fastest guy on the field.
Yeah.
I will do a quick shout out. T.Y. Hilton still very much alive and contributing.
Fantastic game, but first game back out of he never played this year.
Nope, made a big difference.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, he had some catches and some yards.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's he's not going to be the number one guy. They're just coming, obviously. So just come in, do a side thing, help the team out.
And CD is still very good.
Oh, see, he's still very good.
I kind of thought he might not end up being as good as he is, but
I didn't think it'd be that good either.
I thought he'd be like Amari Cooper, who
Who's
apparently
actually pretty good too.
pretty good now too. But that's Alabama wide receivers for you.
Yeah, you don't want to be like Henry Ruggs.
No, nice pick, Raiders, idiot. But I mean, I guess wrapping it up, Dak multiple interceptions, fumble, looked like garbage, couldn't run the ball, but the Titans defense is good.
Yeah.
Titans offense is non-existent. The season ends. Titans are going to be a completely different team next year. I don't know.
If they lose to the Jaguars next week, it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
That's going to feel like the biggest gut punch of all time.
Because you can't just flop that team out in this field in 2023.
No.
The same team. I think
You need a new quarterback. You need
it's a new quarterback, or you start to rebuild big.
you trade Derrick Henry.
If you're not going to go and get a high profile quarterback, you trade Derrick.
Because you need wide receivers, you need a quarterback, and you might need a new running back.
Yeah, is that A.J. Brown trade kind of hurt now? He looks good.
It turns out pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, it turns out that might have been a big high five. Let's work as a team with Derrick Henry because, I mean, you have to guard A.J. Brown. He's nuts.
Yeah.
So Titans big loss all around, but it meant nothing.
Nothing.
If
that
you guys,
didn't hurt at all.
if the Titans can figure it out next week, and I'm not saying they will because the Jaguars
are riding motions, dog.
they are kind of hot.
Riding the waves.
I'll ring them up here then. I don't really have anything else about this.
Yeah, we talked about this game too long already.
Too long, really, honestly. We got the Jerry's World Dallas Cowboys 27. The Tennessee. We have no idea what's going on, Titans 13. Let's win that division.
Do you think people are going to go back and be like, I like the first guy, or I like this guy better?
No, it's going to always be Pat getting credit for that. It hurts my voice to do that. I don't know how we out here.
I have some theories why Pat doesn't like this.
All right, let's go Sunday morning. Sunday morning.
Yeah, no Saturday.
Yeah, that would freak me out a little bit.
Actually, a lot of cultural yesterday.
This game, let's do a world record for fastest time talked about it because I bet you guys didn't watch it either. Falcons Cardinals.
Whoa, that game happened?
We got the Battle of the Birds. We got the Battle of the Backups. We got... hold on. I was talking a lot of shit earlier. I thought Trace McSorley played. He did not.
Who played for the Cardinals?
David Blau.
Oh, he played for the Cardinals?
Yeah.
So who...
Desmond Ritter.
It was still the quarterback for the Falcons. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew Blau played.
I didn't. What happened to McSorley? He's bad?
I think he hurt himself, I thought. I don't know.
Whatever.
It's always fun when those backup quarterbacks come in. They play like two quarters, like, oh.
Yikes, man. All right, so I'm going to say something nice about the Cardinals, and you're going to say something nice about the Falcons, and then we'll wrap this up.
Oh, we already got it.
Okay, you can go.
Okay. The Falcons have a wide receiver tight end combo that they can build off of. London is that guy. I'm forgetting the other guy's name of the tight end. All of a sudden, wraps on my head. He was on my fantasy team too.
I'm not going to make you say it.
But he's not bad, and I don't think his struggles this year.
His name rhymes with tits.
Pitts. There it is. I don't think his struggles this year are fully him.
No, and I could give him a pass on that as well, too. There's been a lot of quarterback problems there.
When you brought in Mariota, who's never going to be the answer.
No.
I think you bring in Mariota, be like, let's see what happens, and if he's bad,
It's
we'll
a write-off.
go draft something.
Yeah, it's a write-off.
And then because he didn't want to just dumpster.
No, and then unfortunately for them, that division was actually so bad that he was somewhat effective.
Right. But no, that's why I want to say good. They
All right.
have wide receiver tight end combo to build off of for the future.
And I will say that the Cardinals have a sweet running back in James Conner.
Cancer survivor, James Conner.
True.
We
Big
talked about cancer earlier.
Yeah, big bonus for him as well. Bonus points, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He leads
Everything he does is awesome now.
He leads the league or is tied with the league in touchdowns over the last 2 or 3 years or something.
Nice.
Which shocked me to know that because
Solid guy.
other than that, Cardinals, whoops,
Yeah.
you guys are paying a lot of money to. Oh no. I didn't realize this, but guess who didn't play today?
Who didn't play today?
Hopkins didn't play today.
No, I saw that. I knew that.
I did not. So,
Is Hopkins out
yeah,
next year? On their team?
probably not, but good luck.
I think he's gone.
Shouts out to AJ Green, still alive.
Yeah.
Okay. So he made a contribution. Good for him. Arizona, please let the season be over, Cardinals. 19. The Atlanta, boy, we should have just lost for a better pick, Falcons. 20. And that was your Say Something Nice About Two Bad Teams segment. All right, now we're back on to my favorite team, the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Justin played today, right?
He did.
The score didn't reflect.
No, but his QBR sure did. He somehow reverted to mid-season fields and went 7 for 21. But don't worry, he still ran the ball 10 times for 132.
It just hurts if he could just throw the ball.
If he could throw the ball, he might actually be the best quarterback of all time.
Definitely really good.
How do you stop a guy that can outrun you, outmuscle you, and outthrow you?
Yeah.
That is his longest run of the day, 60 yards.
There you go.
Didn't even score on it.
Damn.
I know. But he averaged an impressive 3.6 yards a pass
Oh, good.
and threw 1 touchdown. So that was his day. The Bears looked lost out there.
Yeah.
You know what this was also, though? This was the battle of the St. Browns.
Oh, yeah, the brothers.
Yeah. Equanimous versus Amon Ra. I'm going to report that Amon Ra won the day. He had 2 more catches and 40 more yards.
Yeah, he is the better one.
The one just plays for the Bears. That guy can't throw the ball. Who knows?
That's true. He is good. Maybe he is good. We don't know.
Who knows? I'm not going to doubt him.
His brother's talented.
I'm going to doubt the Bears' passing ability.
Yeah.
Bears net a total of 75 receiving yards.
So the Bears are playing 1950s, 60s football.
Yeah, but instead of the running back running it, the quarterback does. They did get 200 yards on the ground and lost by 31. So
Dang.
let's talk about something cool. My man Jared Goff. Shouts out Goff. Another 3-touchdown game. Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift both ran the ball great today.
That's early season.
That is some early season.
They're losing. Bad time to change back to that.
But this time they won. They both scored touchdowns. Between the two of them, they had 33 carries for what looks to be 262 yards. That's absolutely not correct. 212 yards. 212 yards. It's pretty good. And then their third string running back had one carry for 40 yards. So everything was working on the ground for them. Everything was working in the air for them. The Bears, I understand, are trying to just get to the end of the season.
Yeah. No, they're...
What do you think the Bears want to draft?
What do the Bears want to draft? I don't know.
I don't either. That's the confusing part to me.
Because if you can fix Justin Fields' arm even a little bit, then he's not the problem.
I think all of the Bears fans have poisoned their own minds, and they believe that he is like an all-world quarterback.
I mean, do you want a good running back? Lineman? What's the defense look like?
Their defense is bad because they gave away all their best players. I mean, so are they going to be big free agent players? That has to be their plan. They have infinite cap room and a team that needs fixed at basically every position. Yeah. Is Khalil Herbert going to stick around and be their guy at running back?
I don't know.
I don't either. And that's where the Bears live. They live in a world of the unknown, and they don't know how to fix any of it.
I just don't know how you get, unless you draft them, like wide receivers to come there. Like, hey, we're going to throw it 21 times in a game and only complete 7.
Yep.
With our starting franchise quarterback.
He will play every game.
Yeah.
And you go, it turns out I'd rather just go somewhere warm where they throw the ball and I can catch it.
Yeah, it's tough.
But they do have infinite money, so maybe you could trick somebody.
Try.
Like Devontae Adams.
That would be intriguing. But again, it doesn't matter who your wide receivers are if the quarterback can't hit you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it'd be like putting me out there with the Pro Bowl team and being like, how did they lose? Just kidding, I'd win if I was on the Pro Bowl team and played quarterback.
He thinks.
I think we could call enough handoffs and screen passes.
Well, now you're talking about one of the teams that could be that 7th seed. Do we break it down?
Yeah.
So Lions are in next week.
Okay.
With the win and the Seahawks loss.
All right. So we were right on that front.
Seahawks are in with the win and a
Packers
loss.
And the Packers are playing the Lions.
And the Packers and Lions are playing. So one of those.
It has to happen.
The Packers are just in with the win.
Which is wild.
I fucking hate it.
They're the lowest seed that can make it, and all they have to do is win.
Yep. Packers are in with the win. Seahawks and Lions need a little help.
From each other.
Kind of,
Talking about my best friend. If the Lions could only win.
I don't know who I'm rooting out of those three. I don't think I can root for the Packers. I've seen them in the playoffs.
The big Lions guy here.
Yeah, I can't root for the Seahawks because, I mean, I live in Washington. I have to deal with that all the time.
I think you're just defaulted to the Lions.
And it hurts.
I am Lions guy because I like Goff and I like that they
Goff.
suck. No.
If it was any other 31 quarterbacks, I would be all in. If it's Justin Fields the quarterback for the Lions, all the way.
Well,
all day.
We don't get 8 wins then.
I know, we're like 12. So I will never say a good thing about Goff.
I know, but that's what'll get you in the end. I'm going to figure out how to get a conversation with him one day. It'll be electric.
No, I'll say something nice about Goff right now.
Okay.
He's pretty tall.
That's nice. I think he would think
He's tall as fuck.
I think he would say, "Hey, that's very nice of you to
He's like
notice."
6'8", isn't he? Like 6.
I think he's like 6'6".
Somewhere in there. I know he's. Oh, because Osweiler's the one I was thinking of 6'6".
No, he's the same height as me.
He's not. No.
He is.
Shit, no.
Yeah.
Nah, he's short now. I'm taking it away.
He's 6'4".
You're 6. No, you're 6'3" at least on a good day.
At least, yes. At least I am.
On a good day. Max.
6'5" on a good day, I've heard.
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
I left the chiropractor one time and my pants were around my ankles.
Whoa!
I mean the bottom of them.
Clip it, chat. Clip it.
Damn.
I'm finding that.
I gotta get out of here. And that's why I never went back.
My butt hurt. going pop in my back. I understand.
Just readjusting my intestines.
God damn. Okay, get out of the Lions now.
The Detroit Motor City Dan Campbell's 41. The Chicago Bears 10.
I'd say the Chicago running Bears, but it's just the Chicago Justin Fields.
The Chicago only Justin Fields hurts and helps Bears.
Oh man!
All right, you want to do your game now, or
is it next? So on my list, it's on the top, so I didn't know it was next.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a loss.
Okay.
And it's sadly I'd be like, oh, losses are great, higher pick, but that hurts because that's not true.
I feel like you got to segue into what's happening here.
I was gonna say
Broncos Chiefs.
Sorry, yeah.
Could have been the guy calling the game at one point said this was almost the best upset of the season.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Broncos covered. That's all that matters.
What was the fucking
12.5?
Shouts out to the cover, baby.
And they did the over 46, which I was kind of surprised it was that low.
That does seem kind of low just based off the Chiefs' ability to score.
Right?
But the Broncos' defense is good.
And the Broncos' ability to score
is bad.
You'd think the game was like maybe 31, like 10, maybe 31-13 is what they're maybe thinking.
Yeah.
That's right around there, 46.
Yeah, I could see that.
The good news is the Broncos maybe might have figured out Mahomes a little bit. So up to this year, Mahomes only turned the ball over 9 times against the Broncos, which it feels like he's been playing for 14 years, so it's not a lot. But I think it's like 1 to 2 turnovers per year. Mm-hmm. He's turned it over 5 times this year against the Broncos now.
You guys got after him.
Yeah,
today.
He's intercepted 4 interceptions in 2 games. So that's a highlight. That's. I mean, if there's one person you got to figure out in the division, it's got to be Patty.
It is,
and because he ain't going away, the Chiefs ain't going to lose him.
No.
I don't see his talent dropping off. Russell, what happened?
Whoa!
I'm talking about talent just dropping off. You know, just I don't know how it happens, but no, like, I have some questionable refs decisions today, but they didn't decide the game. It's just like it hurts.
You guys were very competitive in that first half, and then right out the gate in the second half, took the lead.
Yeah.
And
Russell with 2 rushing touchdowns?
1.
Oh, what was the second one?
He had a nice pass.
No, he had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Did he? Oh, you're right, he did. Congrats to Russell.
The one was really nice. It was like 13, 14 yards
I saw that.
It was a good little, just picked the hole and rushed.
He also, we didn't get one from like within the 5, and like
a couple yards out.
He like froze that guy though.
Yeah. He was like, oh, old school Russ. I'm like, he's not even that old.
Oh, what a nice vintage 2018 Russ.
Great, jeez.
Yeah, no, I think what really got you is that one really donkey throw he made.
Yeah, it was like late third, early fourth, or whatever. And that's what put them up 10. I think that the following score, put them up 10, and that really hurt
because it was 17-20,
and they scored, and
then it was 17-27.
Yeah.
That's hard, you know.
And the rushing just wasn't as much there for the Broncos today. I mean, it hasn't really been this whole year ever since Javonte went out, but I don't know. I guess Murray had an okay game, but
are the Broncos looking at a running back, or are we going to stick with Murray?
No. Williams.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But I think they keep Murray maybe. He's looked like if Murray's your backup, fantastic.
I would take that for sure.
He's a great combo to Javonte also.
Because I don't think you guys need wide receivers. You have 2 very good wide receivers.
Tim Patrick's out this year. He'll be back.
Okay. I forgot. He's a nice 3 guy.
Dude, he's a great 3 guy. We had like the least drops.
He's a possession receiver guy. I can get that 3rd down on 3rd and 5 range.
He's like I don't want to say poor man's Cortland Sutton, but he's the great guy between Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, that speed, all that. Cortland Sutton, I'm fucking like tall. I'm gonna go high point the ball. I'm apparently get offensive PI, and Tim Patrick's that speed, tall receiver in between.
He's in the NFL because he can run routes well,
and he doesn't drop the ball.
Yes,
it was like I can't remember the stat, but he had like a so many consecutive balls touched his hand without a drop.
He seems like a guy that shouldn't be in the NFL.
No, he seems weird looking too.
And he is a very productive player when he plays.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't get enough shine yet. But
No, he was overshadowed by Cortland Sutton, great wide receiver,
who unfortunately gets hurt all the time.
Yeah, he's had at least a decent year this year for injuries.
He avoided a lot.
Yeah. And then he got overshadowed by the draft of Jerry Jeudy just because Jerry Jeudy is such a high pick. Mm-hmm. And Jerry Jeudy's finally starting to show out, which could really help Tim Patrick next year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think they're good because they even have KJ Hamler too, who's like that Penn State guy who was
pretty
good too.
I think,
but he is very injury prone.
Yeah, well, I think you guys might be looking
on the tight end,
that offensive line
tight end.
Yes. I like that guy, Dolich.
Yeah,
is that his name?
He was out today, sadly, and they had Okumbo on. I can't say this guy's name. I hate it.
Albert.
Yes, Albert. They had Albert. But yeah,
what a crazy first name.
Yeah, what a crazy first name.
I'm gonna put that up for. We should have. Oh, damn.
That's top 10 list.
Yeah, it is a top 10 list. We got to do. We got to keep track of like all these Hall of Fame names and then start inducting them at the end of the years.
Ooh, yes,
That'd be funny. Albert, I'm putting him on the list for inductible names.
There we go. Yeah, no, I think it's offensive line because I don't think unless you start losing a lot of pieces on defense, I don't think your defense is your problem at all.
I don't think so either. It wasn't all year, and even if at the end of the year it's not
starting to fall off, they got tired. I mean, that's
do you do?
Got to be tiring.
To lose every game, giving up,
being like the top 5 defense,
16 points a game. You just are like,
your offense is averaging 13. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the offense has gotten better towards the end of the year a little bit.
To score a little bit, but
minus last week. Never forget
50 sacks this season.
Yeah,
Russ. It's the most he's ever had.
Is it that many?
Yeah, it was like I don't know if it was there yet or was on the verge of 50. Like he'll hit it if he hasn't got it now.
No kidding. Yeah. That's pretty brutal, actually.
Yeah, he left Seattle to not get sacked, and he comes to Denver and gets sacked more.
Oh man, that. Well, okay, so in his last 5 games, I'm just looking. He got sacked 4 times, 6 times, 6 times, 2 times, 3 times.
Yeah.
So I guess in what?
He's had a couple 7s in the season too, and
yeah, the Rams got him bad 6.
Chiefs got him for 7 the first time they played.
So only 4 this time. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I guess in the last, if you just said microcosm, in the last 5 games, 21 times in 5 games.
So triple that. That's 62, 63. So he's probably he might have hit the 50. He's not already there.
That's crazy.
They're talking about it in the broadcast today.
Wow, 50 is an insane number.
Yeah.
So everyone knew the Chiefs were good. They should have won this game better. So I think this is a good showing for the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't hate it. As a Broncos fan, I wish we would have got the win.
As the announcer said, they played a professional football game when it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
because the players do that. They'll play for the intern coaches sometimes harder.
Yeah, because
I don't think Hackett was the problem. I honestly don't.
I don't either.
I think he was just a scapegoat.
You have to have one.
And sadly, he's a young guy. He'll bounce back.
He'll go play defensive coordinator again.
Offensive coordinator.
Well, with the way that offense was working, maybe figure it out. But
yeah, I mean, he had Aaron Rodgers when he's an offensive coordinator.
So that's true. He did pretty good there, huh?
Yeah. Or did Aaron Rodgers do good for him?
Uh-oh. Well, Aaron Rodgers hates every coach.
Yeah, but he liked Hackett.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So, like, that's
probably because Hackett had no bones about it. He's like, yeah, Aaron, do what you want.
Aaron, I want you to run this play. He goes, no. And he goes, I like your play call instead.
Yeah,
he goes,
good call.
Good call. The deal he made was he gets half of the credit for Aaron Rodgers' play calls. But you know who is surprising me on the Chiefs, and he's been doing it over and over again? It's Jared McKinnon.
Yeah.
I don't understand what he does.
So he's the first quarterback with the receiving reception in 5 straight games since like 1976.
God damn him. He's a running back?
Question mark?
He's a receiver?
Have Chiefs ever really had a running back since Kareem Hunt?
No. And you know what I'm happy about? We don't have to talk about Clyde Edwards anymore.
I hate that guy, dude. He was so highly touted coming out of the college. I didn't get it.
He LSU kid, right?
Yeah. I understand.
It never came to fruition with him. But the Chiefs don't really the Isaiah
McKinnon did rush it only 2 times for 4 yards.
I know that's what I'm saying, but like every week I'm like, this guy scores touchdowns. He is a touchdown machine.
He had 2 of them today, damn.
I know, it makes no sense. but he's on my watch list for big impact player going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's do a shout out to another old player. Let's find one. Not very many old players in this game, so no shout outs to old guys. Shout out to Travis Kelce again for just getting out there and playing ball. This was one of his not great games.
You know, it's a good game for the Broncos, but he only had 43 receiving yards, no
I know.
touchdowns.
You guys handled business.
Yeah. I think Josie Jewell kind of got in his head last time they played because Josie Jewell had 2 interceptions last time.
Okay.
Both covering off of Kelce.
Good.
You got to hit a guy just right, and he'll start to be afraid of you.
It's true. I mean, the Chiefs, this was a good win for them. They needed it.
Yeah, it keeps their hopes alive for the 1 seed.
But that's a tough performance from the Broncos.
Yeah.
Ring them up.
1 game left this year.
All right. Yeah, that's what I keep saying to myself, too. But I could ruin the Seahawks. That's all I care.
That's key now.
I could ruin them. The Denver trending upwards.
No.
Broncos enjoy not picking in the first round, 24. And the Kansas City, let's get to those playoffs, Chiefs, 27. Chiefs, I honestly, I don't want them to win the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
I don't want it either. I'd rather Bills for sure.
I would probably rather the Bills too, but I really don't want the Bills to win it either.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have like a direct beef with either of them, but to be fair, I would rather the Chiefs win it than the Niners. So I'll put that on the record. Here, let's talk about the game that ended the Dolphins' season. I don't know how you recover from this.
Jim Harbaugh. Linked to the Broncos.
Oh, is that breaking news?
I don't know, breaking news, but it's...
All right, breaking news.
Article is reading it.
You heard it here third.
That the Broncos are looking at Harbaugh.
From college?
Yeah. I see the wrong name, first name?
No.
I didn't think so.
I just don't know what each Harbaugh does.
I'm horrible.
I assume...
Michigan State.
Yeah, I assumed Ravens Harbaugh was like John.
Yeah, I think so.
He's pretty happy at the Ravens, I assume.
Jim they had their best season at 12-0. Yeah, they just lost that game. I don't know if he leaves. But it could be time.
I think he would be happy to go back to the NFL.
I could see that. I think he's an NFL coach. Especially with his brother still coaching the NFL.
I agree. And then we can do the weird, who has it better than us? No one.
All right, enough Broncos. We're done.
All right. Dolphins, Patriots, huh?
God damn it, Dolphins.
I know.
I was a Dolphin fan early.
I think America was. I think we all were really behind Tua. And I think that 90% of, probably 95% of the NFL fan base really hates the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, everyone hates the Patriots.
And then this happens. And I got beef with a few Dolphins players, namely Teddy Bridgewater. What happened to your finger? I need like an x-ray that shows this thing is obliterated. But oh man, the Dolphins cannot win with Teddy Bridgewater for some reason. And the Patriots are doing just enough. I mean, I don't know. How did Tua play a whole game with a concussion and then miss this game?
Because they linked him to not have the concussion or whatever during the game.
Delayed concussion.
Delayed concussion. Yeah, that's normal.
Is that what I've been suffering my whole life?
I mean, he's had a delayed concussion since like week 3.
Maybe that one just set in again.
All of them are bad.
That poor guy gets hit harder than...
Does he retire? There's a lot of reports saying that a lot of people are going to try to force him to retire.
To save his brain.
To save his brain.
Save his life.
Yeah. If your brain goes mush, you're fucking done, dog.
What a hard... This might be the hardest season any quarterback has endured.
Yeah. Well, the thing
without like snapping their leg.
The thing is too, he has the whole like, oh, my season ended, my career ended due to injuries. Somewhere, someone will hire him as a QB coach or something like that to start out with. His career ain't done in the NFL. It's just done playing in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree. He could be brought in
somewhere.
he could go to television probably. He seems like he's good with the press.
Well, his name would be good for college too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, we got Tua Tagovailoa as our offensive coordinator. Why don't you come play for us?
He got a...
Or he's our QB coach.
He probably got enough money up front.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to be doing bad.
He'll bounce back somewhere. But, I mean, if he retired, that wouldn't be the most shocking thing ever. I doubt he does, but like you're saying...
I think it's like 25% chance he retires.
That's a fair number. I mean...
It's a lot higher than a lot of other quarterbacks, drafted his same year. So
yeah, I mean, holy cow, what a beating he took this year.
I mean, how many times... I mean, we're not going to have the graphic anytime soon, but how many times has someone got 3 or 4 concussions in 1 year as a quarterback?
Yeah.
Can't be that much.
Cannot be many. And every time he gets a concussion, he's out for a while.
Especially in the new day and age of football. You're out for a long while.
Yeah, so...
You should be. Your brain is, like,
it's
injured.
It's hurt. And... do you think his size plays a factor into this issue? Like, he's too ragdollable, or...
Well, this is the major problem of all mobile quarterbacks. Just fall.
Yeah.
The extra yards on that play are not worth it, ever.
You think that's when he got hurt last week?
It was that play out to the right, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one were sacks, but still.
I mean...
Just get down. Like, look at Russell Wilson today. He just kind of falls. Like, he's going to get sacked.
It's the Tom Brady sack, too. It's like,
if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't have to necessarily always be the hero that fights it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not built to fight the sack.
You're more of a hero playing next week than you are getting out of that one play.
Oh, my God. I'm not going to remember what game this is now. It's going to bug me. Colts. It was the Colts game. Okay, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay.
All-time funny. But, yeah, the Dolphins were kind of chasing, and I don't think the Patriots are worth much, honestly. They don't seem good. They're very streaky. Mac Jones did enough to win. Again, no turnovers from Mac Jones, so that's probably why they won. The Dolphins had 2 turnovers. That's probably why they lost. Tyreek Hill had a pretty bad game, 4 for 55. Their run game was pretty bad. This was a slow game.
This is kind of rap trail with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So if you had to think of the list that Tyreek Hill made for his top 5 wide receivers in the league, who would it be? Unless you saw the video.
I did see the video.
Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
He's like, it's 1 through 32, A, B, C. They're all equal.
Yeah.
All number 1s are top 5. Shannon Sharp's like, you're kidding me, right?
Yeah.
No shot you believe that. Like, I get you're trying to protect your wide receiver, like, culture, but like,
we're all friends here, but not all of you are created equal.
No, not even a little bit.
I don't even know who the Bears' number 1 is.
Brown. Pettis? Commit?
Oh, Pettis. Hell no.
I don't know.
Yeah, but Cole is a tight end. He cannot be a receiver.
That's true. He can't be the number 1 receiver.
But he is their number 1 catcher, baby.
Right now.
Yeah, I mean, that is funny. I saw another one where they had 2 guys on, and he goes, I'll give you my top 5. He was a Clemson guy, and he only named Clemson players.
Jeez.
And the other guy looks over and goes, are you serious? Like, he was, like, stunned that he would say that. He goes, what's your real list? Those guys are bad.
Fuck them.
But I don't know, man. It's disappointing the way the Dolphins season has kind of fallen apart.
Face first.
Directly into the dirt.
Because you would ask like a month and a half ago, like 5 to 6 weeks ago.
I think at one point we said they were getting like 13 wins.
I think we said, I was like full-fledged they're winning this division.
Yes.
Because like it was right after they beat the Bills. I'm like, oh shit. They've taken reins.
Yes.
They're in control. They look good.
Tough.
And face plant.
The loss to the Niners, tough. But maybe you could mark it off. Like, looking now at the Niners, you go, yeah, that kind
You're
of...
probably looking at one of the top 2-3 teams in the NFC.
Yeah. Chargers, not a great loss at the time, but that was when the Chargers were heating up. Losing by 3 to the Bills hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Losing to the Packers is bad. and then losing today is bad. I mean, you've lost 5 in a row.
I think the one today was the worst out of all of them. You could talk about the Packers are on the fucking winning streak.
And all they have to do is win one game of these, and they're in the playoffs.
Yeah. Are they still in if they win next week? I can't remember.
I think so.
I hope they make it. I mean, if you had asked me in the 2000s, I hated the Dolphins, but...
The Teddy Bridgewater 40-17 loss to the Jets is bad. I don't know. And to be fair, the only real blowout win they had was on the Browns. This whole year. And they smoked the Patriots week 1, 27, so I don't know. T's and P's to the Dolphins season. You guys might have just got injury bugged and maybe peaked a little early, but...
I mean, they have one of the best 1-2 combos in wide receivers.
I know. So I think you're going to be okay going into next year. You just have to find, hopefully, a healthy quarterback.
Tua's the guy.
Yes. You either need him to play or be able to play the entirety of the year.
Yeah.
Or you got to find someone that can. Fuck the Patriots. The Miami. Send help now, Dolphins. 21.
The Miami concussion protocol.
Oh, the Miami concussion protocol Dolphins. Get a helmet on that thing. 21. The New England. Yeah, we're here again, Patriots. 23.
I think the over-under for that was only 41.5.
Well, they knew Teddy was playing. All right, we're here. All right, Colts Giants. This game, firm handshakes to the Giants. I said your season was going to be pretty bad.
We lock in the playoffs.
You're in.
That's huge.
It's a great day.
You probably don't win the first game.
No, but you get to say you went to the playoffs, and it's been a while. Been a while. I think the funniest play of this game was, I guess it was 2 things. The Colts guy, oh, shit. I want to say it was a Colts guy, went to sack the quarterback, hit him, pulled up, put his hands up, and all he did was chest bump the quarterback, who stepped backwards, regathered, and just fucking threw this thing a mile. And it was like, well, this is the results if I can't sack the quarterback.
Yeah.
He was directly speed running at him. Mm-hmm. And he pulls up and just goes, touchdown, tried to push him down, whatever. Mm-hmm. Quarterback was like, I'm also a grown man. That's not going to knock me down.
Big.
So I think it was actually a Giants guy that did it to the Colts now then. Because I don't think it was Daniel Jones, but it was either Daniel Jones or Nick Foles. You're not going to push either one of those guys down.
Nick Foles is a tall guy.
But then the other takeaway from this game was it was a rough look. Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, I hate his last name, but yeah.
Did you see that play?
I missed it.
He killed Nick Foles on a sack.
Thibodeau good.
He thumped him bad.
He is who they thought he was.
And he rolls over him and starts doing a snow angel in the ground. And in the same camera shot, you can see Nick Foles looks like he's convulsing in the background. He was hurt. And he's like, ugh. And the medical team had to come out and get the hell out of here. We got to get him attended to. And I guess maybe what had happened was he got the spike of the football right in the sternum, and it just blew out every piece of air in his body, and he was trying to breathe or something.
Yeah.
But he didn't. It looked really, really bad, and he looked really, really hurt. And then to follow it up, Thibodeau went to the sideline and then did the go to sleep motion.
Dang.
And so people are a little mad about that.
Maybe that's what you get from an Oregon Duck.
That's a classic Oregon Duck move.
So they teach you over there.
And I don't know if he didn't know that he had really thumped Nick Foles and hurt him, or what was going on there. But that's just not a good look in a game that you guys are killing the poor Colts. There's no you put the old guy down to rest. I mean, come on.
The Giants almost covered the over by themselves.
Was this one also set really low?
38.
Really?
I mean, you don't think the Giants are going to score 38 points?
No, that's a fair point, and the Colts suck. Jeff Saturday, fun run. Good thing he protected himself by saying, well, if I do bad, duh.
Duh.
Colts just got beat up this year. If you're the Colts, got to find a quarterback that's under the age of 35.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers to Matt Ryan.
But, I mean, I think they could get Baker.
Carr.
Yeah. I think that's another real option.
You know what? That's an okay option, too.
It is, because he's still young enough and still throws the ball.
You can see that having that guy on your team for 5-7 years at least.
Yeah. I think Carr would be the best quarterback they've had in 5 years.
Also think the Titans should go after Carr.
I think Carr will be highly sought after.
I think he could help a couple teams. Titans, Colts.
Teams that have quarterbacks that just are scared to throw the ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
No.
He loves throwing bad passes.
Yeah. He'll throw interceptions. Throw touchdowns too.
And then maybe if he's on, like you brought it up the other day though, if he's on a team that actually takes the ball away on defense, he might not be as bad as he looks.
Since he entered the NFL, the Raiders have been the worst defense in that span of time.
No takeaways.
14 takeaways on average a year, and they let up. I have to look back. I still didn't look back. It was like 27 points per game they've let up on average.
Yeah, that's tough.
In his 8-year span or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You forget he's been in the league quite a while.
Yeah.
But
so I think he can definitely help a team. I'm not saying he's going to go to a team and make them instant Super Bowl contenders, but he can definitely make them playoff contenders because, he's been there.
Great point.
With a crappy Raiders team.
The Raiders do him no favors. He doesn't necessarily do them favors, but they don't help each other.
Dude, Dolphins, Carr.
I think that would be a real threat.
That'd be really a threat.
You got great receivers there.
You got great receivers. I think if any team, or if you're a quarterback that was good, and you're looking for to finish your career out, you would love to go there.
You would sign up as fast as you could.
I think any of those three teams we just named would be fits for Carr. I think the best one would be the Titans if they don't lose Henry. Well, most viable best one.
Yeah.
I don't see the Miami Dolphins situation happening for him because like we said, Tua's not retiring most likely, and you're not just gonna sign Carr when you have your
franchise quarterback. Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean
Titans, Colts. I think you look at Titans more.
This Giants game stunk.
Yeah,
it was whatever. You were gonna win, fine.
You win, you make the playoffs. You're in. You're playing against the Colts. What a time to do it.
Yep. Daniel Jones had the most rush yards on the team. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns. He had 2 passing touchdowns. He was in control from start to finish. He almost had a perfect QBR. That's crazy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, 1924.
He had a 96.9 QBR.
Sam Ellinger had a 90. Oh, that's QB rating. Never mind. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, on a scale of 156.7 or whatever they do it on.
Yeah, because his QBR was 125.2, Daniel.
Which is weird that it wasn't higher, even though his QBR was almost perfect. All right, I'm going to ring this one up. The Indianapolis Unlucky Horseshoe Colts, 10. The New York Football Giants were in the playoffs, 38. This is much like the year they did win the Super Bowl, though. They were just not a great team. I don't know if they got that magic in them, though.
No.
All right, here's another game that sucks to talk about, but we can do it fast, probably.
I mean, I think he's in the pool of names for the Hall of Fame, but Rashid Shaheed, right?
Yes, of course.
Love it.
Saints Eagles. A game that could have meant something to the Saints if the Bucs didn't win, and a game that meant winning the division for the Eagles.
And you have to put Minshew magic out there.
It was not as magical as the first time.
No. I think the stash is wearing off. I think his allure, or whatever.
Yeah. Andy Dalton still sucks and is the most unfun quarterback to watch.
The Red Rocket?
Look at this. He was 18 for 22.
Well, I'm looking.
204 yards and an interception. He got sacked 6 times, man. The Eagles' defense is nasty. It's good. And the sooner that you get Jalen Hurts back, the sooner you guys can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you get him back for last game of the season, just solidify that 1 seed, get him a bye, too.
Which would help.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of the Eagles right now. It's hard to even like judge these games when it's Gardner playing and playing either insane or bad. It's, you know what? Say something nice about Gardner Minshew. He knows who to throw the ball to, and it's Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown. Devonta Smith, 9 for 115. A.J. Brown, 4 for 97, and a touchdown.
If I had to say something nice about Gardner Minshew is he publicized himself really well.
Yes. Smart. Think he's selling T-shirts or what?
I don't know if he sold them or not. I wonder who sold those shirts.
Because
Because there was the Minshew like Mania shirts or whatever they
Yeah.
were, the mustache.
he had to have a hand in it.
His silhouette or whatever.
If I were him and I had no part in that, I
Be
would
upset.
shave the mustache immediately.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Be like,
They make me money, make other people money.
what was the coolest part of the Saints win? Their defense had a touchdown. That's pretty sick. A pretty big pick six. That's tight.
Taysom Hill's that guy.
Taysom Hill do be completing passes.
I mean, 14 rushes, 46 yards of rushing touchdown.
Yep. Man, I hate the Saints so much. I hate how unfun they are. And I just wish that the Eagles' offense was a little better with Gardner. And again, it's really hard to judge what is going on with the Eagles.
Yeah.
So I guess in summation, the Saints did what they had to do and then are not going to the playoffs because of the Bucks. And the Eagles just need one win or a Cowboys loss.
Yep.
And the way this is going, it feels to me like the Cowboys are going to win the division. Tough. You have the best Eagles year you've had in forever, and this is happening to you.
I want to do the name thing for the score on this one, but I don't want to do the voice.
You don't have to. Sean never does.
Let me know if we're racking it up.
Go.
Are we racking it up?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, so we got Saints. Please, Sean, come back and coach us.
Okay.
Or, sorry, New Orleans. Sean, please come back and coach us. Saints. And we got the Eagles. It hurts to not have Hurts. Also did it backwards again. Philadelphia. Hurts to not have Hurts.
You're a rookie at this. It's fine.
I am very. Oh yeah, the score is 20-10. I didn't care about anything else. I just had some of the names pop in my head.
You just wanted
I had to do it.
You had to do it. That's fine.
I
Good
had
job.
to do it.
That's a good job.
Yeah, that's the main point. I mean, everything else everyone can read.
Yeah, that's fine.
They don't have the intelligence to come up with that.
That's right.
The names.
That's why you really
The hardest part of the whole podcast.
you really hammered that last one home.
Yeah,
It hurts to not have Hurts.
yeah.
Put it on a headline.
That's just a shirt.
That's a shirt.
That's a shirt.
Oh, that's a shirt. Pressing it now. All right. And here's a game that mattered a lot.
Yeah. I gotta stop rooting for teams. They
Bucks
just keep
Panthers.
losing.
I know. You might have cursed the Panthers to no end.
Yeah. I was rooting for that team, trading away McCaffrey, and then all of a sudden the playoffs are in range.
You've been on the Panthers. You've been keeping them on the radar ever since that trade.
Yeah. And then they finally lost it.
They ran out of time.
That's what happens when you have a quarterback from USC on your team.
Bum 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 bum. Sam Darnold might not have been the reason they lost
No, he had
today
a good
either,
game. I mean-
which is crazy. Again, I'm noting this every week. Tom Brady threw the ball 45 times.
Damn, they did not rush it well at all.
No, they did not.
Foreman just kind of fell off. He had a couple of those games. I mean, he's who they thought they were now.
Yeah. It's also like maybe they're just doing this. Every team does the same defense against the Panthers that they were doing against McCaffrey. And turns out McCaffrey was that good.
Yeah. I mean, just it could be proof because Sam Darnold got to just throw the ball around.
Yep. Let him beat us throwing it, not running it, because it's probably harder to throw it than run it.
I mean, the problem is, like, do you keep Sam?
Yeah, I think you have to. Because I think there's more pressing things you need to draft.
Your defense is actually
Your defense is
not
sick.
horrible.
No. You need some wide receivers in the worst way.
More, and that's about it.
Yeah, I would go wide receiver if I were the Panthers. Maybe offensive line. I don't know how that looks.
Because Terrace Marshall, this is his first year. He was supposed to be pretty good. He's missed a good chunky time, didn't he?
Yeah. You're right, though. The Panthers' defense is good.
Yeah.
And they purposely didn't trade any of that away.
Mm-hmm.
So.
They're not in full rebuild. They're in, like, recharge.
Yeah, we just need to fix a few parts.
Reload.
Yeah,
not rebuild.
They're already good enough on one side of the ball to compete. Their offense usually just lets them down. I think the Tom Brady effect took over this game. It was just a game he needed to win, and then he did it.
Fuck, 432 yards.
I know, he was slanging. But this was also a big Mike Evans resurgence game.
Godwin, Evans.
I don't think Mike Evans has scored a touchdown since like week 2 or 3.
No, he scored somewhere in there because we talked about it.
Did we?
Let's bring it up right here.
All right. I'm pretty sure he has not scored in like 10 weeks at least.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at least on my thing.
Holy crap.
Can I scroll down?
Here, I got one.
Why does my stat give me demons for him? He had a tackle last week.
So his last touchdown before today came in week 3.
Dang. That's right. He had the drop touchdown.
It was so wide open.
He got the yips, and he finally got it out.
Cured himself. So, and he hasn't had a 100-yard receiving game since week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7? Week 7. And then he went for 207 today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Normal.
So
he had 8 targets last week, only 3 receptions.
Yeah. Mike Evans was the real MVP of this game. Allowed Tom Brady to just deep throw. And I mean, he was killing the Panthers' defensive backs, though.
Dang, the Panthers stuffed that run game.
They did.
21 attempts for 50 yards. They had like the 2 guys.
Mm-hmm. The big boys.
Yeah, because I think Rashid White, is that his first name? I can't remember.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah, Rashid White. He's probably the starting running back there soon. Leonard's still a guy, but Leonard's old.
It is interesting to think how long he has been around.
So he's 28.
A hard 28.
27. He's old. Right, that's old for running backs. I mean, you hit 30, you're pretty much downhill.
You're archaic.
If you're in the league still.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, to still be in the league after essentially running the ball for 6 years.
Yeah, somewhere around there for sure.
That's longer than the average career, and
oh yeah,
he's the kind of running back that loves running
hard
at you,
hard
at you. Yeah, you know.
If you like Chris Johnson, where he just wants to find a little green and run fast,
and then hopefully get out of bounds before getting
not get touched.
Killed.
I loved Chris Johnson.
CJ2K.
Yeah,
cool nickname.
Fuck the Titans for getting some cool running backs.
I know, what the hell. They got like Derrick Henry never got 2,000 yards, did he?
I don't know.
They might have had the last 2,000-yard running backs.
I feel like he did.
He might have that 2 years ago. Is that when it have been?
Yeah, because it wasn't last year, obviously.
Obviously, due to unforeseen injury, but
I'm in the wrong game here now.
The Bucks are going to get smoked in the playoffs, I would assume. And I don't say that lightly. They're going to play
the Cowboys, which actually they could win.
Maybe the Cowboys could beat anybody or could lose to anybody, I think. But if it's not
game,
but if it's not the Cowboys, it could be the Eagles.
I think they'd lose to the Eagles. I think
Oh,
they'd beat
no
the Cowboys.
kidding.
No kidding.
I think the Cowboys will handle them, but it is possible for them to maybe beat the Cowboys. I don't know. I don't really have
2,027 yards.
Hell yeah. They might have the last 2 running backs with 2,000 yards.
Yeah, no. Oh, we're diving deep.
Do a deep dive. Tell me that stat.com.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing I'm going to. Hey, Colton Wong career stats was the last thing I had up.
Pretty good.
I'm excited
After
for Colton Wong.
after me bitching about him yesterday, I don't see the Bucks having a good season next year.
Especially with the random ties of where Tom Brady might be.
On his couch watching football.
Or in San Fran throwing the ball around.
No shot.
Just saying.
If Tom Brady goes to San Francisco, I'll shave my head.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Clip it.
No counter bet to you. He's not doing it, and I'll shave my head.
We have a 2,000-yard club Wikipedia. This is very simple to go.
Okay, this is good.
I gotta scroll down.
Because there's so many 2,000-yard running backs.
So, Derrick Henry's the last one. Do you think Chris... let's put it this way.
Is there someone between him and Chris Johnson?
Yes, and it's very obvious. Once you hear the name.
Is it McCaffrey?
No. Once you hear the name, you're like, oh shit, duh.
Yeah, okay. Really thinking hard about this.
Oklahoma running back.
Barry Sanders.
Yes, between Chris Johnson and Derrick Henry. Barry Sanders would go Oklahoma.
He went to Oklahoma State.
Yes, he was OSU. He's a cowboy.
I don't know. I honestly, you're telling me like I know college players.
Adrian Peterson.
Well, I mean, he doesn't even count, does he?
Why would he count?
That was after his knee surgery too, wasn't it?
I mean, he had 2097.
Nice.
Name me the guy right before Chris Johnson. It's actually kind of surprising. I would have thought it would have been someone else because I knew the one before that.
I can't even think of like a good rusher.
So we both have our team up here.
Yeah, I knew I had, but I felt like that was a long time ago.
Yeah, so you had Dickerson, I had Terrell Davis.
In the 80s.
Barry Sanders and O.J. Simpson. There's one we're missing. 2003.
2003, and I feel like he played in the AFC.
AFC.
Chiefs?
Nope.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah, I immediately went to Jamal Charles.
Right, first name.
Jamal Anderson.
Like, I don't even feel like he's a running back.
I think that's an NBA guy.
Jamal Lewis, the Ravens.
No kidding.
I didn't know he went over 2,000 yards.
That's shocking.
He had 2066.
That's pretty insane.
Averaged 130 yards a game.
Wow. All right. Well, the more you know.
Top game was 295.
Holy crap.
He had the most fumbles. No, Eric Dickerson had the most fumbles at 14. He had the second most at 8. Damn, some of these guys didn't win MVP.
Well, it's a quarterback-driven league, am I
Jamal
right?
and Chris Johnson and Derrick Henry didn't win MVP, and Eric Dickerson didn't win MVP.
So almost none of them won MVP.
Eric Dickerson didn't win Offensive Player of the Year either. Crazy, fumbled it 14 times. Everyone else won least Offensive Player of the Year.
That's so disrespectful. Oh, by the way, you're one of, like, at the time, 2 people that have ever done this.
Yeah.
You're not.
All of them are in the Hall of Fame that could be, except for Jamal Lewis so far. I don't know if he will be.
I doubt it.
Let's see, Super Bowl champion, Offensive Player of the Year one time.
Holy crap, dude, that's so funny.
He was a Pro Bowler one time. He had 1 year. 10,000 career rushing yards.
Shouts out.
And he played for 10 years, 9 years.
Yeah, shouts out Jamal for popping off one time.
I didn't know he went to Tennessee. He was a 5th pick.
Well, they got 1 year of 5th pick action from him. Dude, that's tough. All right. Congrats to the Bucs. You're in the playoffs. The Carolina, our defense is solid. Panthers, 24. The Tampa Bay, retirement home Buccaneers, 30.
Damn, he played a lot of games.
Shouts out to Julio Jones for still being in the league.
He had one season where he played no games due to injury. His last season, he only played a little over half. But everything else, 15 or 16 games.
And they were just, like, unimpressive.
I mean, he had 10,000 career yards.
Well, a fifth of those came in a season.
5, 6, 7, 8 and a half seasons.
So,
I mean, 13...
averaged about 1,000 yards a season.
1,300, 2,000, 1,000, 900, 1,100, 1,300, 1,000, 500.
That's
So
actually
you take
pretty
out
good.
his last year, Pretty 500 season.
Pretty nuts.
He averaged over 1,000 yards a season.
That's pretty nuts. And he only made the Pro Bowl one time?
Yeah.
They were just built different in that era.
Apparently. I mean, the running backs were built different back then.
Maybe we're just like really thinking about today's modern age where it's like, if you get 1,300 yards, you might lead the league.
Yeah. Because there's just so many, all the two-headed running backs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what the issue was. I mean, in that time frame, he was competing against like Marshall Faulk and...
I thought Marshall Faulk would have been the Rams guy over there.
No, he had too many receiving yards. He would get like 3,000 all-purpose yards a year, but he would never do one better than the other.
What a fun little Wikipedia. It's so short.
What game do we want to do now? Browns Commanders?
Oh, yeah, we're doing that.
Well, I mean, that was...
What a fun little tangent.
You got to know these things.
Got to know them.
And also the...
That's it. That's a question somewhere in the sports trivia. Who's the unknown seventh 2,000-yard rusher?
Now we know.
Now we know. We can name all 7. I can't right now because I would just list them off. But
you know.
I know.
When they show you the list, you go, oh, yes, it was my man Jamal.
Jamal is definitely the most surprising.
For sure.
I think between the two of us, we're probably going to name 5 out of 7.
Considering we already knew 2 and
for sure.
one,
OJ is not surprising. I knew Barry
played for our teams.
Yeah, for sure we'd have named 5.
Yeah.
We'd have got the 2 for our teams. We'd have got Barry. We would have got Chris and Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I might have forgot Adrian Peterson.
I might have too.
So.
I mean, that's something you would just have to think about for a minute.
Oh shit, was there 8 then? Not 7? Am I an idiot? There's 8. Okay. So yeah, we would have probably easily named 5. I don't know about you. I might have forgot OJ.
I probably would have.
So.
I mean, the NFL would like us to forget him.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll go back to 7.
We'll go back to 7. Sorry.
This podcast does not condone if the glove fits.
If the glove fits, we're not going to give that any credence. If the glove don't
fit, you must have quit.
Shouts out to good lawyers.
Yeah, great lawyers. O.J. Simpson's responsible for the Kardashians.
He should have gone to jail forever.
Yeah, if he didn't make the Kardashian father famous.
That's Robert.
Yeah, so O.J.'s personally
he's screwed us for 20 years.
Yeah. That's my stance. I'm sticking by it.
All right, you know what? That's a great point that I never actually fully considered, and
the more you know.
I'm more mad now than I was. All right.
No, what are we on? We're on
Commanders, Browns.
Yeah.
What a sad end to the Commanders season. But.
Because they're eliminated now, right?
They are.
Yeah.
But on the heels of elimination, they announced their new mascot.
Oh, that's right. I missed it.
Major Tutty.
Could be worse.
The weird pig man.
It's a pig?
It's a pig. Or a hog, I guess. They're the hog men, but he looks like a pig more than a hog. I always thought hogs had tusks, but I think that's just incorrect, and that's a boar.
Yeah.
That's...
something like that.
He is a high-ranking military official, though. He is a major.
There you go. Yeah, he's high.
Pat will salute him.
Pat will salute all meat.
This was Deshaun Watson's...
what a weird game.
Best game, maybe?
No. 9 of 18. But then 3 touchdowns on those 9 completions.
He didn't have to throw very much.
I mean, you do what you have to do.
This was Carson Wentz's standard game.
Nick Chubb doing what he has to do.
Nick Chubb is back. But he maybe never left.
No, I don't think he did. He has over 1,000 yards this year, right?
I had him early to mid-season as potential offensive player of the year, but he's well out of that.
Yeah. I mean, he's 1,300 yards.
Not good enough for a Pro Bowl, some would say. Carson Wentz.
You think he's top 5 rushing yards?
Stinks. He has to be.
Yeah. He's 3.
Yeah, there's like no way he's not.
Dang. The league leader is not even going to be on the same team next year.
Well, he might be.
Josh Jacobs?
He might be.
I don't think so. I think he's out.
I think him and Devontae are out.
I think that whole team's going to be new.
Yeah. But they're going to have the same head coach, so shuts out.
Because you have no money.
Get owned. Carson Wentz sucks. Sucks to see his career go like this. Brian Robinson, good game. I like his future prospect. I think the Commanders are just a few pieces away from not blowing it like they did this year. They weren't ready. And I think the Browns... excuse me. Oh, no.
Oh, there he goes.
I think the Browns are going to be bad forever. Oh, my God, I'm choking.
Good job. Well, the Brian Robinson, the name fucks with me because the Huskies played Texas, and they have Bijan Robinson or Bijan Robinson. So we'll be in the NFL next year. So that's going to be fun. We're going to have Brian Robinson and Bijan Robinson.
I hope the Rams draft him somehow.
Dude, he averages like 150 yards per game.
Is it possible that we could draft him?
Do you have a first-round pick?
No, no, we do not.
I don't know if running backs aren't really a first-round pick thing anymore.
No.
At least top 20.
Do you think we could get him in maybe the fourth?
No. No.
Okay, just check.
He's gone by the end of round 2. 100%.
Yeah, he's nasty.
I think he's a top. I think he's a first-round pick. I think he's one of those running backs you do pull the trigger on early.
He can catch the ball. That's the difference.
He was a huge part of Texas's plan.
This game was... It would have been more interesting if the Commanders won, but since they didn't, this game blows.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland did what they were supposed to. Pretty boring game on stats-wise, but...
A defensive struggle or an offensive struggle, however you want to look at it.
I think Washington offensively struggled.
Yeah. Well, when you give the ball up a million times. Cleveland doesn't turn the ball over, they win by 2 scores. That's kind of how you would wrap this up.
301 yards to 260, yeah. So it's 3 turnovers. That's huge.
It's a real problem. Scary Terry, non-factor. Man, that sucks.
Dang, it sucks too, because what's his nuts not even back yet for the Commanders, right? The defender, Chase Young.
He was back.
He was finally back?
He was on the field.
Oh, yeah, there goes Chase Young.
He made 1 tackle. Assist. Yeah.
I mean, figure out who your quarterback is. You have some offense. I don't know about your defense.
I mean,
scary.
They did a hilarious pan to the sideline, and Chase Young had so much eye black on his face, and he looked so sad.
Well, yeah, because the team was actually doing okay this year and had a chance to be in the playoffs, and he comes back, and then that's the game to get eliminated.
Tough. Cleveland Browns suck, 24. Washington Commanders suck probably even more, 10. Next game. I don't know what to tell you. I can't care about games that look like that. Here's another game that maybe we don't care about either.
Yeah, it should be pretty quick. Because this game had no bearing on anything. This game literally had no bearing on a single thing.
Yeah. Texans are the worst team in football, and the Jaguars only care about winning next week.
Yep.
And then
half their team.
The Jaguars just blew out the Texans. Davis Mills stinks. Jeff Drippy just randomly comes in to throw the ball. I don't know why they're doing this. Travis Etienne
finally looked good again.
Sick game.
He needs it
when they need it, huh?
Because they're going to need him. Because Trevor's a good quarterback, but you can't rely on that young guy to make you through the playoffs. You have to have someone to pull that pressure off.
I tell you what, Brandon Cooks, what an awesome receiver! Such a good game. 4 catches, 39 yards. Whoo-wee.
Top receiver on the Texans, some would say.
Yeah, some would say.
That's what they need next year. They need wide receivers.
They need a quarterback.
They need an offense.
They need an offense. All I want for Christmas is points.
Yeah, they're rough. They're not going to be good anytime soon.
No, I could care less about the Texans.
Yeah. Almost wrap it up, dog.
Yeah, say something nice about the Texans and we can go.
For the Texans, your late 2000s, early 2010s defense was scary. Congratulations to having a future Hall of Famer play for you and J.J. Watt.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
This guy was part of your team. I wish Cushing would have played longer. Maybe see what those two could have done together.
Maybe do less steroids.
Yeah, less steroids. Or whatever he did. He did some weird shit.
HGH. They gave him Rookie of the Year, and then we're like, you did a lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs. No, congratulations for drafting J.J. Watt. Congratulations for him getting booed on draft day.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Texans fans deserve him.
You guys need to reevaluate internally on that move.
That's like some of my favorite storylines is fans booing players on draft day.
I would take note.
And then love them.
Yeah, I would take note of that.
And then they buy the jersey a year later. I love the Cowboys booing the off-the-line pick.
Which is wild.
And then they've had some of the best rushers in the league since then.
But that's because the running backs are good.
yes, no. I mean, like,
Sean?
yes, running backs are good, but
the joke is anyone could be insane behind that offensive line.
exactly
I could probably get a 3-yard run
on average.
on average.
All you gotta do is just grab the ball and fall forward because the line's pushed off the line of scrimmage. They're always
They've won that battle.
yeah. So.
But all right, the Jacksonville looking forward to next week. Jaguars 31. The Houston, please give us that number 1 pick. Texans 3. Jaguars meow.
We don't have a draft lottery, right? Like
No, God forbid.
basketball and baseball now have. Baseball finally grabbed it.
Baseball seems dumb to do that in just because the season is so long and like almost uncontrollable if you're bad.
Yeah.
Like if you're bad, you're going to be bad for the whole
You
year.
get fucked like a 7th pick.
Yeah.
Or you should get a first.
All right, let's get to the afternoon. Here's a legitimately
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, there was a heavy full scheduled morning. A legitimately good afternoon game.
Someone would probably say almost the best game of the day.
So let's not do it first.
So let's jump right to the boring game.
Rams.
Okay. I mean, you could have chosen any of the 3.
I know. That's kind of the joke. Rams, Chargers. Chargers had already locked up a playoff spot. The Rams cannot do anything right this season. Baker just looked average. Fine. Justin Herbert looked pretty good.
Baker, future for a franchise, Mayfield.
Yeah. Oh, someone's going to take him. Cam Akers is now apparently like a Pro Bowl level running back.
What?
Fine.
Dang. Eckler only touched the ball 10 times, ran for 122 yards.
Yeah, he went nuts.
He good running back. He good running back.
Also, one of those carries was for 72 yards, so
Ooh, so 9 rushes for 50 yards. Still not bad, though.
he's still pretty good. 5 yards a carry, not bad.
No.
I think the Chargers look really good again because Mike Williams and Keenan Allen both get to play.
Everyone's on the field for them, and it hurts. I hate that.
I was disappointed when the broadcast guys were like, well, these two teams handled injuries very differently. And it's like, what are you talking about? All of our guys are out for the year, and all of your guys came back. You guys suck
Slowly but surely, but yes, they came back.
bad, man. I don't want to hear that. But fine, you beat a backup quarterback. You beat 3 backup wide receivers. You beat a running back that didn't want to play this year. You beat an entire defense that's hurt. Congrats to the Chargers. I hope you guys get blown out in the playoffs. I mean, blown. Just
Could be the
remember.
6th seed.
Yeah, just remember. You guys haven't chargered it yet, so it's coming.
So they've been the 3rd seed.
Yeah, I mean, currently they're going to end up playing the Bengals.
That'd be a good game.
The Bengals could still move up to the 2 seed.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not looking
They're
at
a game back from the Bills.
So it all just depends on head-to-head. Do they play each other at all?
That's a pretty good question. The answer is no. Yep, they play next week. They played Monday. Sorry, those two play
They
Monday.
play tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's a big game for the
Bengals.
2-3.
Bengals, Bills.
Bills win it. They're pretty much slotted into the 2 seed.
2 or 1.
Yeah, 2 or 1. Yes.
I don't think they can do worse than the 2.
No, if they win, they beat the Bengals. They can't do worse than the 2. I don't think.
But if you're the Chargers, I don't think you want to play either of them.
No, you don't.
So, I have no respect for the Chargers. I don't.
Crybabies.
They are the crybabies of the league. I don't know what the deal is.
Because Philip Rivers listed or
Yeah.
just built that culture of crying.
Ooh, where's my flag? Gosh darn it! Whatever, man. Austin Eckler did say, start me in all your fantasy leagues. I'm going to run you to a championship. And he quite literally did. So, shouts out to Austin Eckler for being awesome and being aware that he's awesome.
Colorado kid should be back in Denver playing.
I like Austin Eckler.
Yeah, he's like undrafted guy, wasn't
Yeah, I don't know.
he? Yeah, I don't know.
He's like a throwback to what's his name? The Maurice Drew-Jones.
Ooh, I like me some Reese Drones.
MJ
Went to Western Colorado. I don't think he was drafted. I think he was just picked up.
All right. Well, there you go. That's our research department hard at work.
Just hard at work.
I also think it is it's good for him. I hope he doesn't have to play for the Chargers his whole career.
Yeah, I agree.
Full stop.
Could follow Melvin's footsteps and go to Denver.
I wouldn't even be mad about that. I just don't want to play him in my division. Go to the Rams, dog. We'll respect you. We're respecters.
All right. Wrap it up.
Well, I mean,
What else you got on it?
I'm going to say something nice
Yeah, wrap it up your Rams.
about.
Something nice about your Rams. Something nice about Baker.
Baker has won more games for us than any of our other backup quarterbacks.
Well, there you go.
So, say something nice about Baker. And with that, we will go the starless Los Angeles Rams 10. The Chargers were going to the playoffs 31. The Chargers, Justin Herbert hasn't screwed us yet. But it's coming.
Quit coming. It's not that guy.
Seahawks, Jets. The Jets have fully imploded. Mike White.
Thought they were going to be in the playoffs. I thought they were going to do it.
Mike White, brother. Don't throw so many interceptions. Their run game got really bad after losing Breece Hall. Garrett Wilson got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year. That's pretty tight.
Rookie, right?
Yeah. I got him up there for maybe rookie offensive player of the year. Geno Smith controlled the game well. Kenneth Walker is back. Good run, as the boys call him, K9. I feel
That's
like
a good nickname. I like
it is pretty good. I don't feel like you could do much better.
I mean, yeah. Take away even if you take away that 60-yard run, 22 rushes for 73 yards. It's not horrible.
No, but also like that was a brutal way to start the game.
Yeah.
Just the Jets. If the Jets defense isn't going to win the game, their current offense is absolutely not. Tyler Lockett is back.
Yeah, 2 catches.
DK Metcalf, another absolute garbage
Banger
game.
The banger.
How can you be the guy and do this so frequently?
Like I said in one of our chats, he's not even the number 1 receiver in his team.
It's hard to disagree with that.
Which is wild because physically he is better than DK or Tyler in every aspect.
Yeah. Bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah, but Tyler just knows how to play football. DK doesn't.
DK, he just gets so in his own head about everything.
Yeah.
I know. It's hard to... But Seattle has to win next week, and the Packers have to lose, and then the playoffs. So this is not a great spot for Seattle to be in. But the playoffs are still on the table.
Yeah?
Jets, no playoffs on the table.
No, is it out now?
They're done.
They are a game back at the Patriots, but it's done.
Their season is done.
Sad day.
Yep. So if you're the Seahawks, you're big Lions fans now, huh?
What do the Jets need for next year?
I think the Jets are looking at a quarterback.
Because you got 2 young offensive pieces to build around.
Mm-hmm.
You got a young running back who looks good. You got a young wide receiver who looks good.
And your defense is great.
Defense is great.
Sauce, excellent. He's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, no question.
Definitely. Well, no question.
I'm going to put him in the no questions category.
I don't know if it's no question.
Okay.
Hutchinson.
I think Sauce, just because he is tied for the league in interceptions.
Hutchinson.
Yeah.
I mean, as a line guy, I feel like you'd be like, oh, yeah, Hutchinson.
You would like me to say that, but
I would.
I'm not going to.
Hutchinson.
He's good, though.
He is.
And I think that's a great piece for the Lions to have. But at this point, I'm firmly in the Sauce camp. Defensive Rookie of the Year. But if the Jets get a quarterback that's any level of consistent, I think they're going to be pretty good.
How many interceptions does Hutchinson have?
I don't know if he got more than one.
Yeah, he's got 2.
Wow.
He's a DN, man.
That's kind of nuts. How many sacks he got?
Only 7. That's not horrible, but
Okay, I'll tell you what. If
I
next,
think he had 3 in like one game.
yeah, he did. That's the problem.
Or he's had 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2.
2 2 1 1 2 2. That's more than 7.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They got 10.
Yeah. Shouts out to Yahoo Sports right here, keeping it great for me.
Not counting well. Maybe they didn't update today.
It'd still be 8.
Ooh. Maybe they're giving him full sacks when they're only half sacks.
But the stats keep half stuff. So
Okay. Well, Yahoo.
Oh wait, no. Oh wait, we're good.
Or is Yahoo correct?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was looking at assists.
Tough. We almost.
Shouts out to Yahoo for being correct.
Shouts out to Yahoo being correct.
Shouts out to me for not being able to read.
Okay. Double shout out. As far as this game goes, Seattle did have to win. The Jets also had to win, but Seattle definitely just dominated this from the start. If Seattle can stop the run, they are kind of a problem. Also, Seattle has. So this is actually the crazy part. So when I like locked up and gave away Rookie of the Year so quickly, and you tried to sell me on Hutchinson, I think Tariq Woolen needs to be talked about from Seattle for. Yeah. He also leads the league, or is tied with Sauce for most interceptions in the league.
There you go.
That's pretty crazy. He's a big body out there too. So don't just discount him like I did. He's a sick young corner. I got really nothing else on this. I couldn't have cared less about this game. I hate the.
Dude, you have a lot of Rookie of the Year candidates in this game.
You do. You really do.
You got one offensive on each side and one defensive on each side. I don't think Kenneth Walker really gets it, but, you know, he's up there.
He could be talked about. Yeah, Garrett Wilson for sure.
Offensively, probably.
Boy, that's going to be a good show when we pick all the award winners beforehand.
Yeah.
All right. Let's ring them up. The New York, we had a layover to the playoffs, Jets, 6. The Seattle, let's go Lions, Seahawks, 23.
So we've talked about 4 of the top 5 like candidates for defensive Rookie of the Year already.
Yeah.
Thibodeau, Hutchinson, Woolen, and Sauce.
Yeah. We know our rookies.
I love the rookies because I watch too much college football.
That's fair. You've known them longer than I. All right. Boy. How do you want to tackle this one? The Vikings-Packers.
Yeah, go into the stupid game.
Kirk Cousins is maybe the worst starting quarterback in that division. Kirk Cousins, not a big game guy. Kirk Cousins, this, that, whatever. The Vikings are, if you play anywhere near what you've played the last 4 weeks, you are going to get blown out in the playoffs. And I mean blown out. This is brutal. You have one get-right game versus the Bears next week, and I'm not even sure that's going to be easy for you. Justin Jefferson got locked up. The drive for 2,000 is dead.
I think so.
It has to be. I mean, well, he could go for 300 some against the Bears.
Yeah, it's pretty much over.
Tough, man. But this is the result of one bad game. I'm gonna sneeze.
Chew. I mean, where's it at? I was trying to find it. What's their score differential still? It's negative, right?
It has to be now.
I think it was beforehand.
No, they were plus a handful. They are mega negative.
How much negative are they now?
They currently stand at points for 395, points against 414. So they are 19 points under.
So they're barely positive before. Doesn't look good.
I mean, what'd they lose by today?
Man, they have a horrible defense, dude.
34 today? 24 today. They lost by 24 today. So they were only,
Five
five?
points up.
Yeah, they suck, man.
As a team that was 12-3 at that time.
Yep, they suck.
They have a horrible defense. They have a defense worse than Detroit's almost now.
Yes.
Detroit's let up 411. They let up 414. I mean, the only team that's let up more points is Chicago at this rate. They're the only team that's let up more.
Chicago sucks.
And you're somehow in the playoffs.
I saw the worst take ever yesterday. The Vikings are actually really good because they win all their one-score games and they're not lucky. You want to die on that hill?
Not even a little bit of mine.
No shot. They're insanely lucky that they have like two of the biggest comebacks in NFL history. They're insanely lucky that Josh Allen fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line and you won. I don't know what else you want. Like you guys could be fucking 9-7.
Yeah, the Broncos could be in the playoffs if we flop some of our one-score games.
Yeah. So I have a lot of reservations about the Vikings.
So you have them winning in the first round of the playoffs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? They might even just like luck their way into a 1 seed.
That's so wild. That could happen too. We need to get the breakdown of that. I don't know if we'll get it before we depart here, but
yeah, that's a can of worms that who would have expected. But the Packers are the real story here. They are heating up.
Yeah. And
I'm concerned for my beloved Lions going into next week, but if God forbid the Packers win, you do not want to play them in the playoffs. That's my gut reaction to this. Aaron Jones, nice game. Packers defense, perfect game, really. I mean, the Vikings blocked a punt on the 1 yard line, and they did not score.
Shouts out, dog.
Shouts out to being a good team.
Oh, you have a good rank. Was Dalvin even playing?
Yep, he played the whole game.
That hurts.
Yeah, you wanna know what Dalvin Cook did on the day? 9 for 27.
I don't think the Minnesota Vikings get the 1 seed.
I don't think so either.
No, I looked it up.
Oh, like it's not possible?
There's
or
only 3 teams that get the 1 seed.
Okay, good.
San Fran, Eagles, and Cowboys. Cowboys can still get the 1 seed.
Okay, so this loss cost them the 1 seed.
Yep.
Good.
Seems like it.
Because they lost to the Eagles.
Yeah. So, yeah. Eagles win, they are the 1 seed.
Okay.
49ers, they win, Philadelphia loses, they're the 1 seed. Dallas wins, Philadelphia and San Francisco lose, they are the 1 seed.
Okay.
And that's all it is
And
for 1 seed.
if they all lose and the Vikings win, it doesn't matter because the Eagles beat the Vikings, so they cannot be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Got it. But they could be still the 2.
Maybe. I don't know. This didn't break down for 2 seeds.
It doesn't really matter.
It did 1 seeds, and then it did the Packers, Lions, and Seahawks.
I'm guessing that the Vikings will remain the seed that they are. And I'm guessing that they potentially just go into the playoffs and get heat checked by the Giants. At least you guys get the Giants, which might be the worst team in the playoffs. But you guys might just get
the 49ers have the tie over the Vikings, obviously.
Yeah. Tough Vikings fans. What a great year. High fives.
Dang, San Fran's are now 3-4 and have a chance.
Yeah.
For the number 1.
They've won 8 games in a row. San Francisco's nasty right now. And it didn't matter who plays quarterback for them. I do look forward to seeing the Packers' final game of the year. That should feel like a playoff game. It essentially is a playoff game for both teams. Long story short, the Minnesota Vikings had a drive where they started a play with 10 guys on the field, and then the next play they put 12 guys on the field.
Oh, classic.
They don't know how many guys go on the field. Sign of a good team.
Counting's hard, dog.
Kirk Cousins just throws interceptions, and I don't want to hear about like, oh, well, it was unlucky that it was deflected and caught. You threw it in a position where it was only ever going to get deflected. I'm pretty much out on the Vikings. As Sean would say, they are the worst, best team. At this point, I think they're just like a bad team. I wouldn't even like.
Dang, the Giants. Or the Eagles play the Giants. What a great team to be playing. They just secured a playoff win. They can't move in the seeding.
Yeah. Might be backup versus backup everywhere.
I think if Jalen's good to go, you get him in this game.
Yeah, you have to.
You can secure one seed against a team that doesn't give a shit about anything.
I agree. Maybe only has to play half. I'm going to ring this one up. Shouts out to the Packers for just laying the wood on the Vikings badly. The Green Bay, we control our destiny, Packers, 41. And the Minnesota crashing and burning. I mean, we're a really good team, Vikings, 17. Minnesota, negative 19, Vikings, 17. You guys, holy. What does the kids say? Sheesh. You guys are garbage. I didn't think I was going to have this much beef with the Vikings, but, like,
You're really letting it all out, dog.
I don't understand. I really don't.
Ooh, Steelers just took the lead.
Oh, baby. All right, you want to do a little breaking news on
We got
that?
one more game, right?
Yeah.
The game might be over by the time we do the last one.
All right. Game of the afternoon.
Maybe game of the day.
Probably game of the day.
Yeah. I can see that.
I'll crown that game of the day for sure. The Raiders versus the Niners. Now, I didn't realize this going into this game, but the Raiders with a win were still playoff eligible. The Niners with a win were still 1-seed eligible. The Raiders are going with a new guy, Jarrett Stidham.
Raiders are eliminated.
They are now, but they weren't before.
That's true.
Brock Purdy became the first rookie since Ben Roethlisberger to win his first 4 career starts. Ben
I could
Roethlisberger.
go on for farther because that team is fucking good.
I think Ben Roethlisberger won like his first 9 or something kind of nuts. Might have been even more than that. I'd have to double check, but this was a crazy back and forth game where both quarterbacks at times made really bad throws and then made just great decisions later.
The two quarterbacks combined for over 600 yards.
It was an absolute shootout.
5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
This was Brett Favre incarnate.
You had McCaffrey and Jacobs going off against each other for 200 yards between the two and 2 touchdowns between the two. Fucking, you had Devontae going for 153, Ayuk going for 101. Like, I mean, what a stat-filled game.
Yes, this was filled with excitement, like, all around.
Just demolishing the over 41. Or just, each team almost hit it themselves.
That's wild. Devontae Adams shouts out for now owning the Raiders' single-season receiving record, passing Tim Brown.
And at 12, I mean, only 1,300 yards. I mean, not even like it's like...
I know. I said, what happened to Randy Moss? That's wild to me.
Amari Cooper, Randy Moss, they've had people there.
They have had people there, so... And that record stood since 1997, I heard.
Who... Oh, this is going to take me off. I can't remember now. I can't remember who the Raiders quarterback was who completed like 24 straight passes. It was against the Broncos. I don't remember the game.
It feels like the answer is Rich Gannon.
Maybe. No.
Okay.
No, he's more solidified than that. It's going to take me off. I don't know. But I'm surprised he didn't throw for more yards. Like have someone that went for more.
Right. I don't know. I mean, you're right. 1,300 is not an insane number for the Raiders, but they've been in a dry spell.
Apparently, not great wide receivers. That's what happens when you only draft speed and not talent.
Yeah. I remember early 2000s. Yeah, it must have been early 2000s. They drafted Hayward Bay from Maryland, who was just fast, and he wasn't worth much in the NFL. Mm-hmm. You guys love drafting punters, too, so that's cool. When it came to crunch time, both these quarterbacks really kind of stood up and did it, and Purdy moved the ball down the field the very end of that game, made the most ludicrous pass I have ever seen. He was getting tackled, wound up, and he just threw the ball towards Ayuk. And this thing looked like a punt. It was just floating in the air.
I think it was Kerry Collins.
That makes sense.
It was Kerry Collins.
And Ayuk gets this catch, and they went from having to kick like a 50-some yarder to a 41-yarder, and they announcer Jinx Gold bad. He's got 19 game-winning kicks, 8 with the Niners. He goes out there and punches this ball about 3 yards to the right. Not nearly as bad as the Michigan kicker. Ohio State kicker, sorry.
Ohio State guy shanked it, dude. I mean, I wasn't really rooting for Ohio State, but I did want to see 3v4 in the national championship. But he shanked it.
Not even close.
Did you see the clip of AJ Hawk and McAfee behind the
Yeah.
field? They're all pumped up, and they're like, oh.
This is not going to be a clip for us.
Yeah. McAfee was like, I didn't see the holding situation at all from here. We'll have to go back and watch some video.
Yeah,
but
what a nice way to protect the brand.
Was right from the beginning.
That ball, like you were saying it the other day, that ball could have been kicked from 10 and would have missed.
Yeah, he shanked it so hard so quick.
It immediately just blasted left. I mean, what do you do? But yeah, Gold slightly missed, and then the Raiders win the coin flip, and Stidham is moving that ball, and then he just got Bosa'd.
Bosa good.
Bosa got blocked firm block, and realized he wasn't going to get to the quarterback, but the one thing he has is just the most raw strength I've ever seen. He just pushed this poor lineman right into him, and he threw up an air ball that got returned all the way down to the 3 or whatever, and next play they dive it to the middle, and now they're running out Gold to kick a 20-yarder. But I thought this game was entertaining, and if you're the Raiders, you probably feel decent about Stidham.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, now you make some of the Raider fans kind of shut up, but I still feel bad for Carr.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously probably didn't deserve how this ended. You're right. There's no way he's on this team next year.
No.
Devontae Adams is probably not going to be happy. He might try to out and two and barbecue.
Yeah, I can see a lot of offensive pieces being gone.
They tried to not let Josh Jacobs play this year, and he's actively the best running back in the league.
Yeah. Lead the league in rushes by 100 yards or something like that.
Christian McCaffrey had another one of those runs where you go, how'd that happen? The guy, defender, good breakdown in front of him, ready, and all of a sudden McCaffrey turned into a wrecking ball and planted this guy.
Just ran him over.
I don't understand how he's built like a Mack truck but has the maneuverability of a small cat.
Dude, McCaffrey's built different.
It's scary how versatile he is. I was shocked when he just truck sticked this guy. I mean, bang! And just kept going. It's cool. Fine. Don't worry about it. Whoops. And then that's how you feature him, though. I think he played a much larger role in the running game than I think any other game this season. 19 for 121 is very McCaffrey-like, to go along with 7 catches for 72 yards.
He's a crazy human being.
Yikes. So he accounted for almost 200 yards of their offense and a touchdown.
It's a team you don't want to meet in the playoffs.
No. And the Raiders were the first team to figure out how to kind of beat their defense.
Yeah, it's like the most points they let up all year.
So I don't know if the Raiders had some secret sauce other teams are going to try to employ.
Because look at the Raiders did the Broncos. No one scored over 25 points against the Broncos still.
The Raiders.
The Raiders and the Rams did it. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, the Raiders' offense might not have ever been the problem. As highlighted earlier, their defense is pretty bad, man.
Pretty bad.
So, shouts out to Devontae Adams, new Raiders record.
He's going to maybe play there for 1 year.
Yep. Shouts out to the Niners for attempting to steal the 1 seed after starting 3-4.
Yeah, wild. Shouts out to them is right.
That's a run and a half. I'm maybe the biggest anti-Niner guy, but I mean their defense and offense is
Good.
yeah, to put it mildly. They are on my big board of Super Bowl threats.
I think right
In the
now,
top
if I had to
three.
pick one, I think they're the most threatening team. Because we don't know what the Eagles are.
We don't.
We don't know what the Vikings are. Actually, we do know what the Vikings are. Horrible defense.
The Vikings are fraud.
Sneaking by with 1 point.
Fraud,
one
fraud,
score wins.
yeah, fraud scammers.
Obviously, I don't think the Bucks are it.
No,
I don't think the Cowboys are it because I don't feel like you can rely on that team every game for a whole playoff run.
well, it'll just take one Dak Prescott game to
Yeah.
screw you.
The Giants aren't it.
No,
I think your 7th seed team might be like the third best choice of this. Like,
it could, especially if it's the Packers.
yeah. Packers, Lions. I mean, the Lions are the Vikings. The Vikings are the Lions. They're the same fucking team.
Yep.
Neither play defense. Both know how to score, but both can just dumpster the
Yep.
game.
Any moment, it could crater.
They're the same team.
They actually are.
They fucking are.
I didn't think about that, but like they actually are the same team.
Fucking white quarterback that no one likes.
We went from
Good running backs.
thinking the NFC East was going to get 3 teams in the playoffs to
They got 3.
They did, but the NFC North almost snuck in 3 too.
It's true.
There's 3 teams fighting for one last spot,
Yeah.
or 2 teams fighting one last spot. So
They got close.
I wrote them off as a 1. A 1, and they
I
still
didn't think the Packers and the Lions had a chance, and here they are.
no, and I think they still could be 1 if the Lions win and Seahawks win. But holy crap, man! This game was fun to watch. The overtime was a little anticlimactic, but that's just the Niners defense for you. You know,
Yeah.
the Niners offense never had to even take the field if they didn't want to win that game. But Raiders, figure it out. Figure out your defense. Niners, I'm going to lock them in as a top 3 favorite to win the Super Bowl.
I think they have the best odds right now to go to the Super Bowl from the NFC.
I kind of agree with the Eagles not having a fully healthy quarterback at this point.
Yeah, I think it's 49ers. If you have a healthy Hurts, 49ers, Eagles, give me the 49ers still, but give me Eagles close second.
Yeah,
Right now,
the 49ers are red hot.
red hot. And they're so good offensively and defensively.
And I think from the AFC, Chiefs are my team.
Eagles playing good ball, though.
I know. Well, that's what I'm. If the Bengals beat the Bills tomorrow, you got to reevaluate.
We could play out. I wrote them fucking off, too.
I know
I think AFC is a little more open.
it is.
I just don't know if it's because it's a division game, because the Broncos played the Chiefs good twice, and I wasn't really impressed with them.
That's fair.
But again, division games are different.
They are. Everyone comes to play.
So,
All right. Well, the San Francisco getting the job done Niners, 37. The Las Vegas, who will be on our team next year, Raiders, 34.
we got an official Steelers Ravens 16-13. Steelers 16, Ravens 13. We obviously didn't watch the game because we're doing this right now.
Yeah,
But-
let's just peek in on the stats, see if we can gather some information.
That's big for Steelers. They're still in playoff hunt.
Yes, they are. And I said the NFL owed Tomlin enough that they would finish above 500.
It's not cemented in. Who do they play next week?
The Steelers are what, 8
Yeah.
and 8,
Cleveland. They can finish 8-9.
9 and 8.
They're going to go 9-8. They're going to beat Cleveland.
Yeah,
I wonder what the scenarios are for them now. The AFC.
I don't know,
With
but
them
this
at
is
8-8.
getting confusing, isn't it?
So you got New England, Miami, Pittsburgh, all at 8-8. Just like the NFC essentially.
So I assume if the Patriots lose,
Well, I think so. New England has the tiebreaker over Miami. It looks like right now because New England's in if the season ends right now.
right?
I do not know. I don't know if New England and Pittsburgh played. They did. Pittsburgh lost New England,
So Pittsburgh gets into the playoffs with a Dolphins loss and a Patriots loss.
or just a New England win. I think New England holds their own power right now.
Right, but I'm saying if the Steelers want in, the Patriots and Dolphins both have to lose.
Yes. See who New England play next week. Buffalo, that's right. Remember that.
That's tough.
And Miami had like the easier one,
The Jets.
the Jets, and then Pittsburgh has Cleveland. I could see any of those scenarios. I could definitely see New England losing.
I could.
And
I
could
assume they
see
do.
Miami being a weird and fucking it up
Like they've done every game.
for the last 2 months.
Yes.
Month and a half.
Yeah.
I could see Pittsburgh being in.
Let's go Pittsburgh or what?
Does Pittsburgh have the tiebreaker?
No. Over nobody. No.
Or Miami?
No.
They lost to Miami too.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. And they have a worse divisional record and a worse conference record than both those teams. Are we getting stranger danger? I bet food.
Oh, maybe he was like, my wife was supposed to text me she was here.
Okay. Well, with that being said, shouts out to the Steelers.
They're still in it? I mean,
I love that for us.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do anything today.
I mean, Baltimore has a good defense.
Baltimore doesn't. This is like the 5th straight game where the Ravens haven't scored 20 points or more. They are severely hurting without Lamar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's been. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I can't count too good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's the 5th straight game where they didn't score 20. And the last time they scored 20, they lost to the Jaguars. So, when does Lamar come back? People are asking.
It's got to be soon because Baltimore. So Buffalo's only let up 263 points this season. Baltimore 272, and then San Fran 264. So those are like your 3 top defenses and points let up this year. I would not have put Baltimore in top 3.
I would not have either, but they play the most boring games ever. Tyler Huntley cannot throw the ball.
But that also shouts out to their offense, just always like running the ball, like running the clock.
It is, partly. Because their run game is still nasty.
They only scored 321 points.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's not like horrible, but it's worse than Cleveland. It's worse than Las Vegas. Worse than Miami. It's worse than Green Bay.
It's probably the bottom third of the NFL.
Worse than New Orleans, Carolina, Atlanta, Arizona.
That's a lot of bad teams you're naming.
Yeah. A lot of teams not in the playoffs, too.
So, if the Ravens get Lamar back,
watch out. They're a viable team if they get him back. But, same time.
So is this another one of those situations where they could move up to the 5 seed?
Who?
The Ravens.
They were the 5 seed to start the day out.
Yeah.
So are they the 6 seed now?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes. They own the tiebreaker over the Chargers.
The Chargers own the tiebreaker over them based on win percentage in conference games. So, but if the Chargers lose and they win, obviously they're the 5.
Yeah, because they're the same.
So.
Ooh, Jacksonville versus the Chargers. I don't like that as much.
I
liked Bengals Chargers.
I did too.
I'd really root for Jacksonville. I'd really root for Jacksonville in that rate.
It would
or
be.
Tennessee, whoever it is.
Tennessee might have a better chance to beat them than the Jags.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Well, you win some, you lose some, and the Ravens do be losing.
Doobie?
It's... J.K. Dobbins is a good running back, though.
Shouts out.
Shouts out to J.K. Dobbins. Shouts out to Mark Andrews, their best receiver. And actually maybe only receiver. Oh, who's still alive? Deshaun Jackson caught a pass today.
There you go.
That is wild.
Dang, Mark Andrews is their best wide receiver by 300 yards.
It's not really close.
747 for him. Closest guy is 425.
And how many games did he miss?
Not much. 2.
Thought he went on the IR for a bit. He never IR'd himself?
14 games.
Okay, that's not bad then.
Bateman could have had a good season if he didn't get fucked up. 6 games, 285 yards. It's not great, but like
It's a
compared to
start.
everyone else, he's beating 2 guys with 14 games, 15 games who have more receptions than him.
Yeah, I don't know what the Ravens are supposed to do without Lamar, which is tough because they didn't want to pay him and he might leave.
I hope he does.
That would be
He can
devastating. So Ravens are a potential home for all the quarterbacks we named earlier.
Ooh, yeah, Carr.
Carr, Baker,
There was one more.
I think Carr is probably going to be the big grab of the offseason.
Carr is your big grab.
If you're a team that is a playoff contender that has a asset like your defense that's maybe the best part of your team, he is probably a great addition to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, so without seeing much of this game, it seems like Najee Harris report, I have to give that. Still a Najee guy. 22 carries, 111 yards. Back. He's back. But he never left. Ah, man. Oh, and also, Najee update. Receiving touchdown. Congrats. Big Najee guy. This game probably was very boring to watch.
What a list of QBs for next year. So I guess your big QB is Tom Brady.
No, he's not. He's retiring.
And then followed right by the other big guy, Baker. And then Sam Darnold, Jimmy G, Teddy Bridge, Daniel Jones. Case Keenum, I don't count that. I think he's done. He's on Buffalo. I guess he's a Buffalo quarterback.
Even if he's not done, he's a backup
Mason
for
Rudolph,
life.
Yeah, Gino, Joe Flacco, Andy Dalton,
Yeah, so
Lamar Jackson,
Derek Carr is going to be the guy you want to go get.
and Lamar.
I mean, if you don't get Lamar is obviously the best option, but Derek Carr,
It's funny because he's not even a free agent.
no, but they have to trade him, right?
Yeah.
Or cut him.
Cut him. I don't see that happening. I see that a trade.
Well, I don't
At
know.
least get something out of him. No, like get some out of him.
You can, but what if every team just goes, no, we're good. We'll
Tom Brady's a free agent.
Yikes, man. All right, Pittsburgh, never count them out. 16. The Ravens get a quarterback. 13. This is a bad look on them. I have to pay Lamar more than he wanted. I guess we've reached that part where we could do free thoughts.
National championship game next Monday.
Yeah.
We got Georgia, TCU.
Who'd have seen that? I don't know enough to know enough, but I know that I think TCU's in an ass whipping situation.
It depends when Georgia shows up, because that Georgia defense against Ohio State right there on Saturday was weirdly not great.
Well, there was a lot of points in that game.
Yeah. I was surprised Georgia offense actually kept up with them, because they hadn't had to keep up with anyone all year.
Okay.
So shouts out to them for actually winning that game. Not shouts out to them for the sixth-year quarterback crying when they won that game. Dog, you just won the national. Well, I don't know if he was the quarterback for that team last year. I'm blanking on that. I don't know who it was.
Who for Georgia
last year? Was it actually him? Stinson Bennett or whatever?
Who knows?
If he was and he won the national championship last year and he cried making it to the national championship this year, come on, dog, you've been there.
It's just so overwhelming every year.
I really did want to see 3 before, even though I hate Ohio State. I did like seeing Ohio State and Michigan both lose in the playoffs.
He was the quarterback last year for the majority of the year, it looks like.
Nice.
They had JT Daniels and Carson Beck play a little bit. Yeah, why do you care? You're not, like, if you win the national championship again, great, but, like...
You're not going to the NFL. I mean, if you do, you're like a practice squad QB.
That's probably why everyone means so much to him.
Yeah, it could be true. I don't know if is the over-under on that game yet?
I'm sure there is. Let's find out.
Spread, give me the spread.
Yeah, what?
Dude, I think Jordan would be favored by like 7.5. That's my guess right now.
You think they would do him that dirty? Why? I don't understand how, like, they don't just have, like, the NFL style. This is unbelievable.
They don't have it.
I'm sure they do. I just don't know how to find it because I'm a moron. I need to go.
Oh, shit. You ready?
I found it. Suck it.
Did you see it?
I'm looking now. Oh, my God.
I was off, and not in the way I thought it was going to be off. I thought it was going a little high, maybe.
13?
Give it to me. Give me the... I got 13.5.
You got 13.5?
Give me the 13.5. TCU.
Yeah, honestly, you think that seems reasonable.
Give me the over on that shit, too, I think.
At
I think
62?
Georgia's going to keep track with TCU. I think TCU's offense going to keep track with Georgia. I mean...
Whose defense is worse?
TCU's. But TCU's offense is better.
Points allowed per game, 25. Georgia only gave up 13 points a game?
Yeah.
That is shocking that they won a 42-41 game.
They've never had to do shit.
And they only score 39 points a game. Wow. Honestly, yeah, give me TCU plus 13.5. That's insane.
I mean, you have the should have been Heisman and TCU, Duggan.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck. Caleb Williams sucks. Okay, Caleb Williams doesn't suck, but Caleb Williams is not the Heisman.
Why did he win it then?
Because football's stupid.
All those Heisman guys vote on it, don't they? Is that how that works?
Something like that. And there's like 1,000 voters now or something like that.
They should just let the Heismans vote. That would be way funnier.
Dope.
That'd be way funnier.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it for sure.
Yeah, I'll tune in.
Dude, Georgia did score almost 40 points a game. I didn't realize it was that high.
I know. I mean, they're nasty. So they're going for back-to-back.
Yep.
This is how little I know about college football. I'm asking this like I have no idea.
Give me Georgia wins this game, but give me that 13.5. I think TCU comes out with crazy emotion.
Yeah. I mean, in your recent memory, can you remember like a national championship that just ended in like an absolute 20-point blowout?
The most recent game that was so wild was Alabama-Notre Dame, I think.
Notre
I don't know
Dame.
if that was a national championship game or not. I think
I'm just going to look at national championship scores.
because I know it might have been a playoff game. That might have been a playoff game, I think. I think Notre Dame was 4, and people were like, they shouldn't be in, which I was probably on board with that. And I think they got beat.
Pretty handedly.
Like, handily. I think it was Alabama.
Fudge.
Like, fudge.
I just had it. So, last year they beat Alabama by 33-18. Okay, so basically every college football championship is a blowout. Oh, Alabama beat Ohio State 52-24. 2019, LSU beat Clemson 42-25. That's bad, man. Okay, so maybe 13 isn't enough.
So, that wasn't a playoff game, though. That's stupid.
I guess you just have to decide if Georgia's as good as they were last year. TCU do get points, though. TCU plus 13.5.
That's funny.
Lock it in.
Oregon is part of. So Oregon has the best blowout in playoff history by beating Florida State by 39 points. And in the following game, they have the 7th worst blowout by getting beat by 22 points.
Lovely.
This is the game I was thinking of. Clemson beat Notre Dame 30-3 in
Holy
2018.
crap.
Then Clemson beat Alabama 44-16 in 2019. Clemson beat Ohio State 31-0 in 2016. LSU beat Oklahoma 63-28.
63-28?
Yeah, in 2019.
Holy
2015, Alabama beat Michigan State 38-0.
So the national championship is like one team that's lopsidedly better.
Well, these are playoff games.
Oh, okay.
Not technically all national championship games.
Got it.
So yeah, the number one number one was a playoff game. Number 2 was a playoff game. Number 3 was the playoff game. Number 4 was the playoff game. Number 5 was the national championship game. Number 6 was a playoff game. And
In terms of largest blowouts?
Yeah, so
okay.
2 of them were national championships. Out of the top 7, at least.
Okay. Well,
That's where this article written.
If you're going to give me
This
13 and a
article's
half,
from 2 years ago, so it can even be worse now.
I'm taking 13 and a half. I mean, I'm telling you, the last 2 college national championships have not been close. And not even fun. 52-24 in a national championship game?
Yeah. Hopefully it's not like that. Hopefully TCU comes out with some...
To be fair, all of those basically involved Alabama, so... Georgia thumped Alabama. That's so good.
So awesome. I hope Alabama's reign is done, but they had like one of the best recruiting classes this year.
And they had an argument to probably be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, but Ohio State kind of squashed it.
I agree. It just sucks that, like, what they put up that... it's like that reverse engineering, like, well, Alabama got beat by them, but they beat this team, and this team...
The weird circle triangle.
Yeah,
wins,
killed
losses.
this team. And it's like, Tennessee was never that good, in my opinion.
Did you see that quarterback who played in the bowl game for them, though?
No.
So
their starting quarterback, the guy that's getting drafted, didn't play. Okay.
I don't know if he got hurt or he just didn't play.
He probably just didn't play.
The dude, I don't know who he was. I just watched a clip because I didn't really watch that game. He had a 60-yard throw. And, like, that's
I saw that video.
Didn't even step into it.
No, he did not.
He was, like, flat-footed and just yeeted it 60 yards on a dime.
He might have the strongest arm in college football.
Wild, dude.
It did look like he just, like, loaded up, saw a guy, was like, I gotta throw it now, and just went, pew.
Just 60 yards on a dime.
If you want me to throw it 60 yards, I'm gonna need a Nerf ball and a crow hop.
Give me a baseball on a bat. I can't throw a football 60 yards.
No.
I don't even gonna throw a baseball 60 yards. Like, gosh, man.
It's only 180 feet.
I know I could do it, but, like,
that's
far, dude.
Oh, it's so far. And for such, it looked like low effort.
Yeah.
It was.
Because you get some NFL quarterbacks trying to throw to the end zone from the 50-yard line. Like, they're stepping into it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Patriots.
They're also doing, like, fly up, and they're trying to get high. But, like,
Mac Jones can't throw it that far.
No. That kid... The kid, you draft that kid as your NFL quarterback to come in. You're on the 30-yard line. You got to throw it 75 yards or whatever, 70 yards.
Yeah,
in the end zone.
We need this thing in the end zone.
We need you. Just your one pass.
Yep.
Just get it in the end zone. That's all we need, dog. We're down 6.
They're not even going to rush you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Just escape. We'll get you 3 seconds. Throw it high. Throw it far.
That throw was actually bananas. I hope he's good.
I hope he's good too.
Be fun to
He
see.
was big. I mean, he was not small, obviously.
It'd be fun to see him play like a whole year where he like just casually throws like an 80-yard go route. Just pew.
I do. I want to see that kid's like NFL combine. Like, yeah, this is my deepest throw possible.
From the goal line to the goal line.
Because don't they do in the NFL like Pro Bowl thing? They're like
they used to do that game. They should bring that back. I don't know why they don't. Quarterbacks hurt their arms, whatever. But they used to line them up and be like, you have to throw it between this yard line and this yard line or whatever. You get like a 5-10 yard window. Mm-hmm. And those guys were throwing at like 60 yards. And it was like, but I bet we get some of these guys could go out of the end zone.
Yeah.
Now, it'd be awesome to see.
I just can't wait to get the quarterback who can go from end zone to end zone.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it. I think Josh Allen's the closest probably right now.
I bet he could.
He got a big arm.
I bet he can do it. I bet if he got to play, maybe not in Buffalo in the cold or something, but like
go to Denver.
Oh, he probably for free.
Everyone can go to Denver and try it.
Everyone, yeah. You guys have like the best sales pitch of all time. It's like, look, you can't breathe very well, but
you can throw the ball far.
You could punt, kick, and throw.
Yeah, that's why our kickers never left. He has an attitude. He's annoying. But he's a great kicker.
Well, he's just cocky.
Yeah.
Moving forward for the studio, my free thought was I want to get a little TV set up in here so we can start doing watch-alongs and get our stuff situated where we can give live reaction and takes and input on big games being played.
Heck yeah.
That'd be fun. Then I saw a TV on sale at Fred Meyer. I don't know what kind of sale this was, but it was like a 50-inch TV that was like normally like $700, like $212 or something. I was like, what is happening?
TVs are cheap, dog.
I know. They just want to give them to me.
Yeah.
So got to figure out how to get a setup in here because I'd love to mount it, but I don't think that's an option.
Just get one of the display mounts from Fred Meyer. Just take it with you.
What does a display mount do?
Well, since you just...
I still have to mount it.
No. Well, yes, but not on the wall.
Oh, okay.
It's a TV stand with a display.
Oh, I would like that.
A TV stand with a TV mount on it.
Because I'm going to do some desk reorganization and camera setup and a TV hopefully along this wall here.
Yeah, which the pod sees.
Yeah, they will never get to see that TV.
They'll never know which TV we're looking at.
Could be anywhere.
Or which wall.
True.
Or how much clothes I'm
Yeah,
wearing.
you guys just didn't see my cool hand motion. That was my free thought. No real baseball news to speak of.
Boring lately.
It was a good call covering the college.
Yeah, you gotta talk about that.
We'll even talk about it again next week when maybe the line is worse.
It was a fun bowl season. I mean, it's not technically over. We got like a couple more games on tomorrow night.
Shouts out to the Pac-12 for doing good in the bowls.
So far, their winning record. UCLA they should have beat Pitt or whatever.
Oh, UCLA lost?
Yeah. Dude, Pitt was like waving them off the field and stuff. I love it.
Tough.
I hate DTR.
Also, for anyone that thought picking Texas over UW was the play, that's wild.
I think I said in one of the pods like 2 weeks ago.
You gotta be out of your mind for that one.
Smash the UW plus 3.5.
They were
couldn't have been farther.
They were just gonna win that game anyway.
Yeah, couldn't have been more correct.
That feels good.
They were up 17 points in that fourth quarter. Like,
Oops.
and if you make that bet and you see 17-point lead, you're like, even if they blow this, it's gonna be like a 3-point loss.
We can't possibly.
Somehow I'm gonna be good.
All right. Well, until next time, or what?
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
Peace.